Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ride or Dies, your favorite RPG show on the internet.
The DM is censoring us.
Yes, exactly.
That's right.
You
It doesn't
guys.
matter what we say at this point.
So the audience will have no idea, Cap, but just to clarify, it was a disgusting comment about something I have a deep, abiding respect for.
Just so you know, you are live on the internet now.
That's why I used terms.
We're here. We're back after a long hiatus. I'm gonna quickly turn things over to Cameron because I'm now realizing that my audio is fucked because I forgot to plug in my headphones. So I'll be right back. Cameron, a word from our sponsor.
Will they be
Yeah,
able
Cam,
to
what do
hear
you
me?
want to talk about?
Yes, your audio's fine.
Okay. Hello, once again, and welcome back. You look well. You know what would make you more well? Perhaps a 75-year-old game entitled The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. You can get it now for free, and you may be allowed to do whatever you want. Convinced you yet? Well, just connect your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch.television account, and you can get that free game for free. You also get for free a Twitch subscription that you can use on any of your favorite streamers, any of them at all.
Nice.
Any
Yes.
single one of them at all.
No, no.
Thank you.
On me.
On Keaton.
On Keaton.
On Dasher,
Ryan.
on Prancer, on
Not in the
Vixen.
chat right now. On Leah. I'm sure you could use it on other people as well. Perhaps
Oh.
like us.
That one got
We
me.
were saying like on Keaton,
That
like
joke got me. On Keaton, not
that's what we were doing.
My
Oh,
favorite
you
version
like
of the
ended
anime
it-
match
you
where
have
it
to-
ended
you have
with
to
on
stream.
Richard and Nixon.
You have to
No.
stream to get a call out in my ad read.
Hold on, we're doing technical troubleshooting. Why is it
Oh
not?
my god.
Oh,
Oh, not that. Hold on, they can't hear you. They can't hear you. Like,
Station from before.
I fixed it. I fixed it. You're good. You're good.
About the steel wool.
That's a steel wool.
We don't need to talk about the steel wool anymore. We're okay.
I'll put it in our
I
quote
think
section.
there's more to say about the steel wool.
Again, you are back on live on the internet.
Maybe this is
Run, baby.
Are we not tagged as a channel for mature audiences?
No, I don't think so.
We actually are not.
It's actually
we
tagged as
probably should
kid
be.
friendly.
We should be.
No,
Yeah.
we
probably
shouldn't
should
be.
be.
We shouldn't be. It's gonna drive our engagement down. All of our 3 viewers, including my mom, are gonna click away from the stream.
All of our 3 viewers, including our mom, are above 18, Dakota. We don't need to be for children.
Yeah, but they don't want to
It's
watch
fine.
18 plus content.
It's fine.
Oof.
Leela says, "What steel?"
No. We're not talking about it.
But Leah spent
No, there's
points.
All right.
Yeah, there's
Unfortunate
points.
people.
There's
All right,
points.
all right. You know what? It's been a hiatus. I'll allow you. Keegan, start a
To
timer
talk.
for 30 seconds. You can talk about Steel Wool for 30 seconds.
That's a long time to
long.
talk about
That's a long
steel
I don't
wool.
know. I think it's pretty straightforward.
That's like in rounds of combat, that could take us an hour.
That's
That
true.
could take 3 hours.
I just started the timer.
Should we
You
roll
guys
for
gotta go.
initiative to talk about
So
pubic hair?
anyway,
Alright,
folks, the reason about steel wool is I've had gray hair for a long time. I got gray hair in my beard, and I feel old because I recently noticed gray hair on my chest. And they made a comment that eventually it's going to go a little more southerly, to which I let them know that if there comes any point that it gets close to that, I'm going to wax it all, because I refused to allow my boys suffer the indignity of becoming steel wool. I would rather just wax it all.
Nice.
Exactly on time.
Perfect.
That's
Good
perfect.
job.
And ow!
Absolutely
Oh my God.
amazing.
Dude.
That's the
Even
Steel
with
Wool.
10 seconds wasted at the very beginning by other people, fantastic.
Good job. Good job.
I
All right.
really enjoyed watching
Take care of your boys. They've been there
Leave.
for you since the beginning.
I really enjoyed watching Keegan's girlfriend leave the room in live time during that segment, and just imagining our Twitch viewers doing the same.
Yep.
Awesome. God damn it. This has to end.
Alright, there's the timer again. Hang on.
No. I don't want to talk for 30 seconds. What do I think about the steel wool? I think it is irrelevant to our D&D game today. And therefore, we're going to keep on topic. How about
That's
that?
where you're wrong, kiddo.
I swear to God, how many...
That's
We need a channel points redemption for somehow, some way, steel wool finds its way into the
that's the new
game.
that's the new party name.
Yeah. Oh my
Steel
God.
Absolutely
Wool
not.
Warriors.
Because what are we right now? Just 1,000 years? Is just what we're called?
100 decades,
100
something like that.
So,
500
years.
years.
500 years.
500 years.
No more. I'm putting a ban on that chat command. No more talk about the steel wool. Okay, great. So, when we left off, our party was just about to head into downtime. So I met with each of our players over our break, and we talked a little bit about what they were going to do for downtime. Now we're going to actually see how some of that stuff plays out. So let's take that first week. The first week, Luciana is still there, but she's prepping the Mournbringer soldiers for their leaving Athalas. Yeah. What are you guys up to during that time, based off of what you told me?
I think mine's pretty easy based off of that.
Okay.
I'm training ideally with Luciana and the soldiers, although probably just like off to the side, copying their movements a bit on the Sentinel feat. But I'm just kind of trying to hang around a little bit. That's going to take longer than that first week as well, but I'm going to be doing it with them.
Cool. Awesome. And the rest of you?
I suppose during my first week, I think that was me helping Hope get the library prepared.
I believe that is correct.
How many day points is 1 week if we're separating
It's
it by
like
weeks?
five basically.
Okay, because I have it separated by day points, not by.
We take Saturday and Sunday off for the Lord.
So true.
Garm.
On that note, I spent my first week.
Is Garm the Lord?
Yeah.
Gar is the mayor.
This is the reverse of the last campaign where everyone else became a god, except for my character. Now I'm a god. Now I'm a god, like at the 50% point.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
It
Everybody,
just means there's a tragic death in the near future.
everybody pooled their ascension points for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
God.
as you guys are sort of walking around town, you do notice that a lot of the townsfolk seem to be looking to you all for some sort of leadership. They see that you have protected them in the past. They see that you guys clearly. Oh, thank you for the sub.
Thank you, Ian.
They see that you guys have helped them out, and they have been looking to you for direction on, where they should focus their efforts. If there's good spots to hunt for game or field, or if they are which trees that Juniper doesn't want cut down. They've been looking to you more and more for leadership. It's at this time that it seems like some of the townsfolk have been calling for someone to take the reins of the city, to take the reins of the town, and help give them some more direction on more of like their big picture.
My time to shine.
Eamon has been sort of going around to different houses and trying to help out where he can, but one night he does approach the mansion, and he says to you all as he gathers you there. Good evening. I don't mean to take up too much of your time, but the matter of this town's leadership has been something that's been pressing on me for some while now. With the trading company, we never fully intended to take a long-term stake in this settlement beyond trading with it and opening it up for resources and potentially creating a new trading partner. I myself am not necessarily skilled in matters of leadership, though perhaps my skill at administration and helping delegate tasks efficiently could be of some use to the leader. But I was wondering if you had some input on who you thought should be leader of the community.
And I think we should bring out Garm like they do in like those little pageants for little kids, like in like the pageant mom show. And there's like a spotlight, and Garm comes out, and he's like,
This is an announcer voice. Miss Athelos. It cuts. It goes. Athelos.
I thought you were gonna say like have him in a cake that he jumps out of.
That too.
"That's pretty good,
Birthday.
Mr. Mayor."
Mr. Amen.
Nothing
Go,
speaks
Vomit.
more to Garm than that exact moment.
You guys getting all the cake out of that fur.
Oh my god. That's all I have.
Garm.
Well,
It's now
The,
not clear about the pageantry that we had set up from that moment. Garm.
we have discussed with some of the other more important figures in town. We meant to speak to you on it, but the issue of some other threats kind of got in the way. I am just looking to be useful here, and if there is a gap in the leadership that needs filled, I was sort of groomed from a young age to be in a guidance position, at least for my cackle. So I have some experience, some training in that regard. And
An entire culture.
I would be okay with taking on that position until a more readily chosen individual could fill that position long term. But in the interim, I would be okay with taking on that mantle.
Very good.
We do election campaign arc.
Well, I don't think it should take up too much of your time, but I imagine the villagers will either choose one of yourselves or perhaps a new member of their community who wants to step up. Where there is a power vacuum, people tend to try and fill it in. I would think if we all put our heads together for the next week or so and contribute in some way to improving Garm's standing amongst the people, then I think he has a fair shot at leading this community.
Is there another group of new settlers meant to arrive in the next few months?
A few, yes. Now that the settlement has been established, the trading company has been putting out prospective flyers around the lowlands, asking for people who want some share of adventure to come and be part of this new community.
Do we have a paper maker in town?
Do not.
How do they make
Well-
flyers?
Because they are in the mainland.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was gonna be cool. I want to meet the paper maker.
Then perhaps after a few more arrivals have made their way here, we could put the word out that we're looking for a more permanent leader, as I'm more comfortable with them, with the party, than I am with sitting in a leadership position for very long.
Understood. Well, the town is certainly not it's not large enough to really need the services of a governor or a mayor or anything, but I think an alderman the people would be behind. So, in that case, I will get to work in the morning and begin floating the idea past some of the more prominent members of our community. Have a good evening. And he leaves.
As soon as Eamon leaves, I'm just gonna lean over. You know, I really did not like him when I first met him, but I have to admit, he's starting to warm up a little.
I agree.
So, Mayor Garm,
Mayor Garm.
may your reign be short yet bloody.
Mhm. And if you
I'm
need
hoping-
help, of course.
Either?
Kidding, no, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Well, I'll be looking to you all for guidance and assistance as I get used to this sort of thing. I never actually sat in any position of leadership before, so I'll need all of your help.
I mean, for me personally, you know, back in my hometown, I was known as being very responsible and a good people person.
When did that change?
I have never. Oh, don't be very funny. You know, I've never abandoned anybody, and I just would be happy to advise you during this time.
I love the telling thing of, like, I've never abandoned anyone. Like,
Traitor.
it's like the, speaking of pageants, it's like the Frank's Little Beauties episode where it's like, well, nobody thinks that you did anything bad, but if you say I didn't do anything bad, then everyone's gonna think you did.
My dressing room is over here. Garm's is over there. We're going in different directions.
Okay. So, before we continue on with your downtime tasks, we're going to go ahead and do a skill challenge.
Oh, yeah.
So that everybody can figure out some way to contribute to Garm's election campaign. Feel free to pick whatever skill you want, a spell that you feel like could contribute. How are you contributing
Mass
to get
suggestion.
mass suggestion? How are you helping to get Garm elected alderman?
Acid splash, and I'm splashing acid in the faces of anyone who's opposing.
Garm, we'll save you for last since you're the one that's going to make the ultimate skill check.
All right, I'm gonna cast fear.
Does anybody have any ideas right off the bat?
I have a very stupid idea, so because it's stupid, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Going off of Garm's, knowing that Garm kind of has a take charge attitude, he's gonna jump in to fix things, especially if it's something he's been working on. If he thinks something could go wrong, he's gonna jump in and help. So with that, I would like to try to use my stealth or thieves tools to try to set a potential accident to occur. Nothing harmful, but it looks like it could be bad, but it actually isn't. So that time it where, hey, look, there's Garm to make it all better and build some rapport.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
And the main thing is, I'm not telling Garm I'm doing it, so his reaction is genuine.
Gotta commit fraud.
No, it's not fraud if you're not involved.
I would say to set the trap in a place where no one could see it. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh.
Or survival. I would take either of those.
I couldn't think of anything else a cereal would do. Okay, give me a break.
I love it.
No, it's just really
Okay.
funny.
It's a good tone setter, I think, because I have an idea for mine too.
You said survival's okay?
Yep, either one.
That would make it a 26 then.
26. Nice. That's enough for one cumulative success. So you set the trap. A random passerby starts walking down the street when your trap springs. How does it activate?
I think that it is.
Bungee
The way I
spiked
picture it is like part it. It gives the appearance. It doesn't actually happen, but it has the appearance that part of one of the buildings is about to or part
Right
of the
through the
wall might start
calf.
to fall through. But it won't.
Okay, cool.
It's all on the appearance of it, and ideally that Garm sees it and stops it.
Sure. Garm, you're walking down the street, and you see, let's say a little girl like 6 years old is playing in the road.
Someone brought their
One of
kids?
the nearby houses begins to totally collapse, and begin falling in on her. You see this happening. What do you do?
As it starts to collapse, I'm gonna cast Wall of Stone to make a big thing that's gonna push it back up.
Nice.
And just as it's going up, I'm just gonna go and kind of like, alright, little one, I need you to move quickly this way. And I assume she has like a little toy or something.
Yep.
So she's got like a hoop and a stick.
I
I
shoot
go,
the
ooh, I love this. I love this game. I played this all the time. And I take the stick and I go whoop 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 whoop, and just kind of continue to usher her along. And I'm like, all right. Yep.
Awesome. Great. The girl takes you back to her mother, who thanks you profusely. Profusely.
Profusely.
once they're gone,
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
go back to make sure nothing actually collapses.
Yep. Profusely. And then tells you that
Profusely.
she's going to sing your praises to the other townsfolk.
Oh.
Your praises.
All right, Saren, you had an idea?
Yes.
Okay.
So I want to advise Garm in the art of conversation.
Okay.
And tell him kind of the finer points of like vocabulary of getting people to trust you, and all aimed around creating what appears to be a lasting relationship. I'm aiming for a deception roll, but it's less that she's lying.
I was gonna say this is either a deception roll or the most sociopathic persuasion roll I've ever heard of.
Yeah. It's very much like how to manipulate people into
Yeah.
thinking that you are dedicated to them.
How to Win Friends and Influence People by Saren.
Yes.
Is gaslighting a deception
Born
or
into
a
that.
persuasion check?
We'll say it's
I would
a
like to
deception.
roll to gaslight.
Yep.
No, Garm's gonna make an intelligence check to see if he can remember Saren using any of these on him.
Gaslight skill.
You'll very carefully not do that.
Gaslight skill is great and all, but I prefer the girl boss skill.
So for deception, I rolled a 23.
Okay, cool. That's enough to get another cumulative success. Garm, you are able to take in Saren's lessons with a bit of a grain of salt. Although, perhaps while you may not have any ill intention towards any of these people, you are able to craft your message a little bit more effectively. Yeah. Cool.
Like your wording,
My
Dakota.
powers for good instead of evil.
Yep.
Let's see. So far we got how to
Commit fraud.
How to fraud.
commit.
And how to lie pretty well.
We're making him
Um,
into a politician.
Am I
We're
correct in
definitely not
that
colonizers.
there was like a
Man is the
civilian?
anti-politician.
Sorry.
You're good. There was like a civilian guard that formed, right? Like a basic
A
town
militia.
guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a militia of sorts. Okay. Then what I like to do is go to wherever they like to hang out.
Okay.
The general count for numbers, and then I'm gonna see if they have any gear that they want requisitioned from nearby towns or from pizzazz from the forge, and then spend a little bit of time making sure they're kitted out in the name of an order from Garm to make sure the town is secured.
Sure. What kind of skill check do you imagine that being?
I have forge tools. Could I use those?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take that. Makes sense.
Fraud, manipulation, support of the military.
Oh god. This is turning
Make
into a
Aqualung
Tropico
great
game.
again.
This is really a grand old party.
Yeah.
It's
Just
make
wait.
Athelos great again. It's manga.
So just plus my proficiency bonus, right? Because I have the tools. And there's no.
Oddly enough, our view
Yeah.
count is going up. I
You,
bet.
you add your
Maybe an eight.
proficiency plus, let's say, I don't know, charisma, I guess, because you're really using your tools to convince people to help out. You're not building anything yourself.
I'll take any excuse to use my charisma is fine with me.
Sure.
That's a 21.
Okay, cool. That's
You're
another
protecting their
success.
Second Amendment. You're protecting their Second Amendment rights.
Oh God.
So you're able to pretty well equip the militia, whereas before they were using kind of like homemade spears and like whatever rusty swords they've been able to scavenge from the prior Athelos. You've been able to get them some meaner looking weapons and some actual armor instead of just leather scraps.
Like the M4A1 and the AC-130 gunship.
Those zombies won't know what hit them when they come back, sir.
And to you, Curtis, I give this
Figure
AR-15.
And to you, Curtis, I gift unto you my greatest gift.
A missile
AR-13.
launcher.
Yeah. An RPG-7.
Yeah.
ICBM.
Use it when the
An
times are dire.
ICBM.
And to you, Pizzazz and Abrams.
Oh my god.
You can hit the mayor's house in Maverin with this baby.
Yep, exactly.
You're not even fighting this continent.
Guess who the next mayor's gonna be? Our guy.
Yeah, we're doing this
He's a
for an alderman position.
he's an
We're gonna
Athelos
take over
outsider.
the world.
All right.
All right, cool. Good job.
Successful businessman.
No, you're up.
In
Known-
my downtime, I would like to go around the walls of the town and paint pictures of Garm and write the words "Garm loves you" on all of the town walls.
He's looking like this, like
He's got like a very sharp toothed smile.
Okay.
He's got the anime shark teeth.
Hmm
he's
Normally-
wearing a
Normally,
hat, like
I
a
would
top
say
hat.
this is like a painter's supplies check or something
so
like that.
inspired right now.
That's
Um,
fine.
I'm guessing you probably don't have proficiency in painter's tools
Nope.
or art tools in any way. Okay, cool. In
I
that,
have like calligraphy.
in that case, we'll just do dexterity.
Okay.
And there's our propaganda.
I love it.
6.
6. Unfortunately, that's not enough to purposefully
Of the dog.
sway anybody. Yeah, the paintings just look like a dog, like almost chasing after a bunch of children with like these fanged teeth and stuff like that.
It's a defensive measure.
It's not even really recognizable as Garm in any way. There's like but the strange message "Garm loves you" beyond it gets washed out in the rain as well, as it does rain quite frequently here. So it ultimately doesn't end up helping his campaign.
Should have used paint instead of India ink.
It's all we had.
Finally, a few days later, the town is finally ready to they've called like an informal meeting. They've met up in the longhouse of the town. It looks like you are pretty the favorite to sort of like become the new leader, but it does seem like there's a fisherman who has gathered a lot of support as well, by the name of
just looking at Asario.
Take a shot.
there's a fisherman
Like I
by
said,
the name
acid splash.
of Marcos, who has seemingly gathered enough support to at least pose as a rival to you. Cool. So with
We
that,
need to look online and find like videos of Marcos like dancing on a roof or something,
Yeah.
and then like give that to the public, and they'll hate it. They'll hate the dancing. We'll get him. We'll get him.
Has Margos ever talked about goblin space lasers? or anything like
Oh
that?
wow.
Ooh, let's not.
Investigation check on Marcos's sordid past
He's
um,
got any
and
board
embarrassing
demos we
public
can resurface?
statements.
so, with that, you can make a persuasion check or some other kind of check to gather the townsfolk to your support.
Just roll the dice, honestly. Add a number. Say what the total is.
Yeah, Dakota really.
How
being
can I make
Dakota
this a
absolute-
nature check?
Garm just waxes poetic about plants for 30 minutes.
Yep.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
Sure. I'll allow that.
I'm just gonna make a persuasion check, you know?
All right. Let's go.
My actions that I have performed will speak louder than my words, hopefully.
But I say, could we give him
Oh
advantage?
shit.
Never
Oh
mind.
shit. Hold the phone. I need to roll a d4 though. Come on, dice roller, let me roll a d4. I knew I should have got my dice out instead of trying to do this. There we go. Okay. Yep. That's a 21.
Nice. Nice. With the aid of your companions over the past couple of days, your arguments fall on very receptive ears. And the townsfolk seem like they are willing to accept you as the alderman. After a more formal vote towards the end of the evening, you become the alderman of Othalos.
All right, martial
And now
law.
begins the party, the Dab Autumn party.
After the election, I'm gonna. You said their name was Margos.
Marcos with a K.
Marcos. I'm gonna. In the festivities that follow, because I'm sure they follow. I'm gonna try to speak with Marcos briefly, and just tell him that don't be discouraged. Garm will be a great assistance for Othalos, but he is also going to be reaching out to people for assistance. Your aid your aid and your conviction would be appreciated in the time to come. And we assure you that your assistance will not go unnoticed.
Marcos, who seems like this kind of like miserly old fella. He's a little bit like spindly, and he wears like this sleeveless tunic. He says, "Ah, shit. Well, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, I don't mind helping out."
Marcos says, "I'm not gonna make it to the next election."
Hey, Bernie made it this far. We can get another shot at Marcos.
As they walk away, I want Reggie to emerge from the bushes and slowly dismiss Skybreaker. All right, we're
The
good.
spiritual weapon disappears.
I was really waiting for Ethereal to be like, "Better luck next time, you son of a bitch." And just
Fucking
walk
dork.
away.
Push him in the river.
I was expecting Asariel to go up behind him, put a knife to his throat, and say, "If you ever run against Jagarm again, that'll be the last mistake you ever make."
We love our Garm.
This,
We love him.
what are you guys talking about? This,
God loves
what
you.
are you guys talking about? This is the
God
one.
loves you.
Garm, what are you doing for the rest of your downtime? Around this time, after the election, Luciana leaves with her contingent of Mournbringer soldiers. She leaves
Get outta
15 soldiers behind, including Captain Reuben.
Once
Captain
they're
Reuben.
gone, that's when I think that's a good time for me to start doing the other downtime activity I did about involving Reggie.
Cool.
So most of my rebuilding projects,
Thank you for the sub, Soft Satanist, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
That's
you,
all.
Soft.
that's a hell of a name.
I
That's
love that
fucking
name.
dope.
I like
That's
it.
dope. So I think my primary concern is pulling together a small council. So I'm going to take in the party, of course, as well as Captain Ruben, and I will invite Marcos as well, since he had a large amount of population support. Eamon, Captain Caritas as well. Basically, the current small council plus a couple of the new larger personalities.
Love it.
This way that there is generally more oversight in general. So any meetings regarding the town's future will bring in all of those people, which I guess is really only 2 more people than it was before. But that way, if other sort of larger than life personalities pop up, they can be brought into the council as well.
So that was Eamon, Marcos, Caritas, and who else?
Captain Ruben.
Captain Ruben. Cool.
And then if other sort of big people pop up, because again, ultimately the goal here is to find the permanent or at least long-term leader after. So I think bringing big, ambitious, and hopefully good-natured people onto the small council is a good way to sort of vet any potential future leaders.
Love it.
So that's sort of an unofficial thing that I'm not really, spending my points or anything on. But I think with Caritas and Ruben's help, I'm going to help them oversee the rebuilding of the general store, because I think that would be important to them. A place for general supplies and trading. So we'll work on that and get that finished, as well as taking most of my time, and I'll say with like Eamon's help, trying to rebuild the mansion. And if the party doesn't reject this idea, I would like to invite Eamon to live in the mansion as well.
Sorry, I'm terrible with names. Who was Eamon again?
Eamon was the emissary that was sent from the Republic's trading company with you when you first came to Athalas.
I'll need to move some things around if he's gonna come do that.
We may need to rearrange the... Oh, wait, most of our gold's in the vault, isn't it? Unless you... I mean, like...
And on my gold's not in the vault.
Hers is in her mattress.
I
Some of it
assume
is.
he's not going to have access to everyone's personal rooms. I assume he would have his own personal room. And
I didn't just use my own personal room.
Okay, well,
why would I do that?
He doesn't have to be invited to live in the mansion with us if you
No, he
don't
can't
want.
be. I just need some time.
I'm just trying to keep him a little bit closer, and
he actually has moved into a home nearby the longhouse for the town already. Says, I appreciate the offer, but I'm quite happy where I am, and to be honest, I need a little bit of distance between myself and your party.
Wow.
You guys
get out of our town.
You guys get up to some shenanigans, of which I would not like to be party to all of the time.
Do we have like the frat house up on the hill?
I think that's the idea.
There's like a big like fuck off sign on the front of it that says 500 years forever.
It's hastily painted over and now it says Mayor Garm campaign.
Yeah, exactly. Vote for Garm with a 4.
Yeah.
There's a beer pong table and it's got Garm's face painted on it.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's in the front lawn.
Garm
Yeah.
pong.
It's a big paper mache head.
This is starting to make sense why we almost lost to a fisher.
It's like a mini golf course.
Yeah.
No,
that's scanned.
You mean this bunch of psychos? Like,
Very believable.
Are there any like artists in town in Athalas?
We got one right here, baby. Did you not
Any
see the
good
wall?
artists in town?
There's a few that have it as a hobby, but most of the time the people who live in Athalas, their time is too taken up by like necessary tasks for the town's survival, in order to be able to devote time to painting or really any artistic endeavors. Some people do it as a hobby, though.
Well, best say I'm with some time. I'm gonna commission one of them to do a Ragnar mural in the tavern.
Cute. Okay, cool. I'll write that down.
But early on, it hopefully, well, I did a little bit of work on the new sword for No, and hopefully that gets finished pretty quickly. But I helped to identify and bind some more of those very mysterious white shards that we don't know what they did. So hopefully those the sword project and the wrist crossbow get finished pretty soon and delivered to No. Other than that, did a little bit of research into that sunken temple that Saren mentioned to me, and I did some pathfinding towards it. So there is a nice clean path on the map that leads to it that should make it a lot easier to find and get to, as well as discovering a bit about its origins. That while it does bear some influences from the giantish architecture, it does predate the Elven Empire that was here, and appears to be of the Ulanorian dynasty or society, whatever that turned out to be. So an ancient human empire, rather. I'm going to say empire because I don't know enough about them to say otherwise, but pretty much everything that was here seems to have been an empire, so I'm just going to assume that's the case as well. Other than that, I finished some training on my ritual caster feat, so the party will have nice permanent access to an identify spell and a comprehend languages spell. Other than that, the alderman position, I think those who went after me know that you got a little extra boost to your town project roles, as well as I'm actually still waiting on the amount of gold that I have to spend on that as well.
620.
620 gold.
Thank you, Carm.
Keaton, what does that sound?
What is what
It's
sound?
doing like little like boom, boom.
Ba-do-ba-do. It sounds
Like
like a
over
little
and
bit
over
like water dripping into like a bath or something like that.
Yeah. But not like real water, like a digital. That.
That
Yeah,
guy.
that.
It's my microphone shaking.
Oh, funny. That's hilarious.
Oh.
Oh, now it's getting louder.
Killing me.
Oh,
There's
oh,
an
now
earthquake.
it's
Watch
gonna-
out!
screaming. Oh, ah!
It's because it's on the lift. I'm at our coffee table, and our coffee table has a lid that lifts up the top of it, and when it's lifted, it's on like struts, so it shakes a lot.
Okay, that's fair. I'm sorry. I just kept hearing. I'm sorry.
That's all good.
Let me
All good.
see. Well, I just don't want to turn my game down and then nobody be able to hear me.
Sure.
Can you still hear me?
Is Keaton talking?
Shut
Okay.
up, Cameron. You're so mean.
I have turned the gain down so the shaking shouldn't be as loud.
Okay, cool.
But that's my downtime.
Nice. Good job, Garm. Thank you.
Are we going through and talking like
what's
everything that
what's
happened?
the status on the weapons for No?
They are completed by the time downtime is done. So,
Okay. I'll do it
no,
when time is done.
no, you get a little hand crossbow. Or are you gonna give them to him, Garm?
I would like to.
Okay, cool. Don't mark it down
I'm just picturing Garm holding like, and why shouldn't I keep it?
yet.
Pretty nice.
Let's go. Does anybody in particular want to go next? Let's do Asaria.
All right. So
Yeah.
just discussing like what we did, right?
Yep.
So, after helping Hope get the library set up, me and Hope have been hanging out more, talking more. We got that connection from the the past 100 years and all that madness. So I've been hanging out with him, and I actually learned Arcana from him. So I got
Nice.
proficiency in that. Also, we worked together to investigate more about the tower that would, and as Dakota pointed out, then it actually refers to our previous handout about the tower that, so about an old man and his penchant for arcane traps. Apparently, that is the spot. Unfortunately, I didn't do well enough to learn much more about it. Um, also, I helped get the port up and going because I figured the part of it was because it will help trade and get us access to buying magic items. But I wanted to make it smoother to get more trade and more people here because the Mornbringers know about us, and I figure if they already know about us, it is beneficial for us to get access to more people to us. That way, the Mornbringers aren't the only strong potential force that can show up. For lack of a better term, have some competition in that regard. Um, Also finished getting the tavern going. Um, and the thing I was referring to earlier, once Reggie's cousin is gone, Asariel goes around town, not like having like seminars or anything like that, but like people at the end of the day hanging out at the tavern, meeting up with helping some of the guardsmen practice their shooting, things like that. While that's going on, striking up some conversation and basically just boosting up Reggie where Asariel sees the opportunity throughout. Especially amongst Mornbringer soldiers as a viable leader. And
Thank you.
so the research,
Thank you.
Thank
the
you.
research, the buildings, the skill proficiencies. I think that was it. Besides the points I got back thanks to Garm, which I was planning on seeing if there was any new items available that I could purchase.
Sure.
But that can wait if that's not ready.
Yeah, let's
Shopping episode.
let's hold off
Yeah,
on
that
that until the break.
So much gold
actually,
during this downtime. No shopping. Not for me.
Any amount of gold is spending too much gold for you.
Yeah, because I
It's
can't
so much.
really think of anything else I would immediately be doing.
Cool. Awesome. Good stuff. Although I should let you know that if you wanted to, you could go and do the other thing that you wanted to do with your extra down points, because trading the magic items won't take as many as you got back.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll do that live on stream. Why don't you go ahead and give me an investigation roll? We'll say it takes up the rest of your
that
time.
was nothing. I got I can't remember. I don't think we set up a trainer yet, but I got
I was gonna say
Marcos helped me.
it's a dwarf that came over on the latest shipment of settlers named Gideon, who comes over, and he's dressed in this like extremely fine clothing. It's a little out of place amongst the people that you've come to know in Athelas. He ends up taking basically a permanent room in the tavern, and he is able to he walks in and talks like a gentleman of the highest caliber. He carries a cane adorned with a like lion's head, a gold lion's head at the top, and he teaches you the finer points of looking for clues. From what you gather, he seems to be somewhat of a detective from Silwen.
That's so cool.
Dang.
He looks like Vivaldi from the
That's
Wizard.
a 20, by the way, on investigation.
Okay, cool. So you get 2 of your answers to the questions that you were looking for.
All right. About the fortress.
Yep.
All right. Does it look like it's from the same time period as Mir Mord, the other one we went to?
Barren Spring. Yep. It looks like all those Dwarven colonies seem to have been roughly the same age.
All right. And so when we is there with more further investigation, because I know there was that front door, was there any information we could find as potentially another secret way in or some kind of easier access?
Sure. It looks like, much like Mir Mord, the purpose of this fortress seems to be mostly to allow passage to the other side of the dune peaks. Let me actually scroll up there.
I'm being useful, guys.
From what you've gathered from Mir Mord, and the similar shape of the rivers that lead nearby the fortress, it looks like it takes advantage of natural passes, and like caves and caverns to build a quick way through the dune peaks that doesn't involve traveling for leagues south or north. That being said, there is, there's always you could always try and trek through the mountains on their own. And from what you've gathered, after some preliminary scouting, it looks like this fortress does break out into open air at some point. So if you wanted to, you could trek some dangerous paths up into the mountains and sort of come into the middle of the fortress. But it would be, again, very dangerous. There were no paths besides game paths. You could probably manage it without much difficulty, but the rest of the party would have a hard time.
Sure. Okay. That's very valuable. I'll be sure to let the party know about that.
Cool. Awesome. Good stuff.
We're coming in the middle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, what? Repeat?
No?
I'm a visual learner. Anyway, let's go ahead and move to...
Oh, sorry, real quick, one more thing. Just as a general role-playing thing. I know they said they weren't sure where we were and that they were bluffing, but just out of a small amount of paranoia, because this is has been a few months with no contact, just casually around town, Asteriel's keeping an eye out for that dragon that we have a date with, but just keeping an eye out for her human appearance that we've ran into.
Cool. Awesome.
Date with a Dragon sounds like a spin-off C.S. Lewis book.
It does.
I'd read it.
Read it.
It doesn't seem... You haven't heard tale of that woman. She definitely made an appearance and certainly didn't seem to hide anything about what she was or her station. So you gather that if she had made an appearance in town, somebody would have heard about it. And she doesn't seem to have done that. Cool. Let's go ahead and move on to Reginald.
All right. So this is something that I've been meaning to get done for a little while. I'm hoping it doesn't actually take points because I just want to go buy a spare set of armor, but light armor instead of heavy armor, so I have something that doesn't have disadvantage with stealth. So I was going to get a breastplate, and I think that's going to be it.
Perfect. Yep. That's pretty easy. You get a 10% discount on it because you guys build the forge. We
built this city.
So any items that you're able to procure locally have a discount for them.
Perfect. If possible, I'm gonna make sure that while making the breastplate, the centerpiece still has the symbol of Dane carved onto it because that wasn't part of the dwarven set. So I'm gonna put that on there. All right, and then donning said new armor. I'm gonna set off on some. I'm going to combine, if I can, the hobgoblin research that I did with the faux diplomacy recruiting shopkeepers and just go up and about searching out shopkeepers while also looking for hobgoblins.
Nice. Sounds good.
Hobbly gobblies.
Hobbly gobblies. So I don't know what you want to do for shopkeepers, because I think we need 2, right?
I'm just gonna put some. I'm gonna name drop some NPCs into them when I update their shop descriptions on our Discord.
Sweet.
But we can assume that all of those shops are open and that you have 10% discounts at all of them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that lawyer's not going to know what hit him.
And then in my research out and about while looking at what the hobgoblins are up to, I was basically just looking for like where are the majority of their forces, and then where's Dazarus, the general that we ran into last time, because he seemed important. And most of them are heading up north. We saw them like towards the bottom of the Axe Peak Mountains. And then I found out Dazarus is heading even further north. He's leading like an expedition past the Axe Peaks, evidently to see if he can get to the sea a different way, because they got kind of prevented from going to the sea from the south. So now he's looking for a way through the north. And then when I come back to Othalos, I'm going to spend the remainder of the time running a couple training missions and working out. I also kind of want to use the basically I'm going to do like work with the Mournbringer soldiers to get the renown up with them. I'd also love if we could work a little bit with like the militia of the town guard, just to train them a bit, not even necessarily for renown or anything, but just to give them a little bit of experience with soldiers.
That makes sense.
Cool. All right, then I'll spend, I think it was like the last 25 days or so doing that.
Nice. Awesome. So you head back to town and you finish up training a lot of the militia. They're like a pretty good fighting force at this point. There's certainly no like professional military force, but they'll be able to help defend the city a little bit better than they were able to defend the city from the Lich's forces when he attacked.
Nice.
Yeah. You also gain another renown with the Mournbringer soldiers, as they're able to like finally see you in action, finally taking some command. They begin respecting you a lot more. Yeah, good stuff.
Fuck yeah. Tertiary that I forgot to add on, but as I'm recruiting shopkeepers / doing my reconnaissance, I did want to stop by the vault if anyone wanted to drop off any gold or anything, because I think I just put the sword in there. I'm gonna put a bunch of my gold in there too, because I don't really need to be carrying it around.
Cool.
Anyone else, or no, just me?
I already got plenty of my stuff dropped off.
I'll drop.
What's in the vault?
Can I just convert all of my money to gold, seemingly?
Sure.
I'll just drop, just because, like, just take all my... I've got 598 pieces of platinum. Just take all my platinum.
Gotcha.
Nice.
And I'll keep my gold.
598 platinum pieces.
I will gladly hold on to anybody's gold if they don't want to carry it around.
No,
Just
that's
I'll
okay.
see y'all later. No worries. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Too many people in town. Honestly, we should really open a bank at a certain point, because I feel like that's the only safe way to keep this money, but we'll see.
Never trust a bank.
If we run the bank,
Hmm.
we're
Jake-
the people they shouldn't trust, so we make the money. Okay, we'll talk about it later, Sarah. I think you misunderstand
Okay.
what our position is in this.
JP,
All right.
JP Mournbringer Chase.
Mm.
I mean,
That'd be great.
for reality
Bank of
purposes,
Seneca.
Think of
I'll-
Seneca.
I'll let you drop my money off, but I'm gonna keep it written down on my sheet.
That's
Okay.
That's
Ooh.
what
I sort of
was
assumed
doing.
that's how it would work. I'm just keeping a running tally of what's not in the manor, basically, in
Hmm.
case we get burgled.
Okay, a bank that is like also a tavern, and it's called Saren's Mattress.
No.
Well,
Because that's where she gets the money.
It's also a
Wait.
brothel.
well,
It's also a brothel.
Make
Maybe.
money, save
I don't-
money.
I don't like the idea of Saren's mattress being associated with sex and alcohol.
Party hydrate.
And money.
Thank you, Party Hydrate.
Thanks, Satan.
Thanks, Satan.
Master of the house.
Thanks, Satan. Alrighty.
I'm putting that
Alright,
idea
so
in my voice.
Good job, Reggie.
No.
So we're clear. For Garm, I have 598 platinum pieces. Again, I assume you have it. No, I've just written down bag of cash.
Yeah.
And for myself, I'm taking out whatever I'm taking out.
There's so much money.
I assume that No just walks down the stairs and gives me like a burlap sack that's like almost welded shut with the amount of rope that's around the top of it. Just don't look, and takes off.
Well, yeah, it
What
was
is it for
swinging between
anyway?
his legs for a long
Oh my
time.
god.
But
It
then
smells
No.
bad.
he was told not to do that anymore. So
Yeah, that's not great.
It
We're
smells.
gonna switch over to No now for your downtime stuff.
The coin pouch.
Oh,
you
it's a
did not
subsidiary of Saren's mattress. Sorry.
you did you didn't see No for a long time, and when you did, his shirt was off because he spent the first month and a half training in the woods.
What a guy! I love him.
What a man.
He slept in the woods, he trained in the woods, and he shit in the woods. All of it happened in the woods.
Doesn't know shit in the woods.
You have
I
to
will
Yes.
say,
find out.
in order to like fully push over those feats, you needed the help of a new settler from Danesh who came in by the name of Bati.
With Ash, though.
Briefly emerges from the
That's
woods
fine.
to grab a guy off a boat and then takes him into the woods with you.
Who
He showed up on the boat and No was just standing at the shore, and he went,
Come.
You
so Bati
standing in front of a cartoon Garm.
Bati, almost in direct contrast to Gideon the dwarf, is dressed in very simple clothes. Although he does have some tattoos that kind of crawl up his left arm, mostly of images of different like snakes and cobras and stuff like that.
very cool body.
Yes, and he seems to wield specifically 2 scimitars, one strapped to either side of his hip, and he is able to teach you how to use 2 weapons in both your hands very effectively.
And then, after a month and a half, No emerged from the woods, different but similar.
Awesome.
And then he used
Right.
the rest of the time to hang out with his deer. And after that was all done, he built 2 stores.
Ooh.
He built the bow shop, and he
Nice.
Thanks for that.
he built the bow shop too big, and Garm came by and said, "Much too big, young man. This will go into the sea." And he was like, "Hey, this was just a mock-up," and quickly, smaller.
3-foot-long mock-up.
Cameron and
No,
I, what happened behind the scenes was Cameron rolled like a natural 3 or something on his first roll to build the laboratory. So we were saying it was like the John Mulaney bit where he starts off way too big the first day, and then Garb comes along and he's like, and then Garb comes along and he's like, "This is, if you keep building at this scale, it will be in the ocean." He's like, "I was testing you, Garb."
And you pass.
You passed.
You got it.
So he built the alchemical workshop or whatever, a store he will never once set foot into ever again. And he also built the bow shop.
There you go.
And
Hell yeah.
And then he
Oh,
spent the rest
wait.
of his time.
And then he spent the last few days beating up a bunch of puppies in the tavern.
Oh, bar fights?
Whipping
Yeah.
some ass.
Yep.
He whipped some massive ass. He was like Wolverine at the beginning of X-Men, where he was just kind of like a silent Avenger kicking ass in the cage.
I forgot to mention this earlier. Garm, your trainer is also Gideon, the dwarf.
Yeah. For my keen mind.
Very cool.
This Gideon guy seems pretty cool.
Yeah, he's good at
He
his
seems
job.
like a real smarty.
Maybe he should be
It's
there.
Dakota. It's Dakota's XP. There it is.
Yeah,
There's
I
always
already-
one.
I
There's
already
always
have-
one character.
I already have a
he's got-
DMPC. It's fine.
No, I feel like has
That's
Dakota
why
been watching
fine.
Criminal Minds? Is that what's
Let's
happening?
hope.
No, I've been
Yeah,
watching Sherlock.
Just watch the first season.
Amazing.
It's good. It's good.
That's all.
Saren, you are up.
All right. Saren was very busy this break time. The first thing she did was finish up building that temple to Setica, and that got done within the first week, and she did some religious services in that temple. Spent some time, got some info, basically just general info about like, hey, I think we might be doing this soon, and the deity she prayed to was like, yeah, man, go for it. And then I spent some time sowing rumors as well. Very similar rumors in that I specifically was aiming towards the Mornbringer soldiers, trying to talk up Reggie. Yeah, so even more renown for Reggie. We're gonna make those soldiers love him.
Saren just walked up to all the
Wow.
soldiers and was like, Reggie fucks.
Yeah, well, you know, there was kind of a dual rumor going on where
You know,
she
I
was
heard
like
that
really
Reggie guy
talking up
fucks.
Reggie. She was also trying to spread the rumor that like Saren is very sexy and everybody is really into her, which probably caught on well.
We
She,
just see Saren as like a giant tentacle or something like that.
yeah, what of it?
The
People are into
sexiest
that.
tentacle.
True.
The sexticle.
Anyway, I finished up my book learning, and officially I am proficient in Celestial, which is exciting. That was another thing I had started at the last time. One of the more fun things Saren did was took up a job as the bartender in the tavern for a while.
Watching the bar fights.
Yep.
Yeah, so I've been everybody talking about things that they're doing at the tavern. Saren's just like drying a glass behind the counter while that was happening. So enjoy that. She created a menu of drinks based on the party
Go
that
on.
I need to hear all of them.
might go ahead and share if that's okay.
Please.
The number
I gotta know these.
the first one is the gin and garmic, which is it's a gin and tonic, but it's named after Garm.
It's a tonic water.
Very popular after he became mayor as well.
Yes,
Alderman.
yes.
Campaign drink.
It was a campaign drink. The Spagliano, which is a nice champagne.
It's not even a mixed drink.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Champagne.
It absolutely isn't.
It's
you just
Prosecco.
label.
I would just like to point out
Prosecco.
the basic fighter gets the basic champagne drink.
It's nice. The next one, this one's kind of complicated. It's called the Raging Ragnar, but it's also a challenge, because it is a spicy margarita, and it's got a little spicy pepper on it. And if you drink the whole thing and eat the pepper, you get the drink half off. But nobody's ever done it before because they always throw up.
Rumored
it's a
only
very-
Ragnar can do it, of course.
Exactly.
Only Ragnar can do it. Small rumor is that that's what killed him.
Did you spread that
Sorry.
rumor? Was that
No,
a
it
rumor that you
happened.
spread?
No, it just happened.
Even
The
smaller
next
rumor,
one,
it's actually just toilet swill in a cup.
yeah, it's great. It's spicy.
You know, Ragnar
It's,
would also approve of that. He died doing what he loved.
You love that.
Yeah. The next one is the Reginald Teeny, which is a martini, and the little toothpick has 2 olives on it that people call the dragon eyes, which is fun. And then the next one is
Really
the
motivating.
Saren on the beach. What?
Nothing.
Yeah, the last one is the Saren on the beach, which is just a sex on the beach. Asaria So Asariel, I couldn't think of one until like 10 minutes ago. And so there's a non-alcoholic option called the Asari Temple, and it's like a Shirley Temple.
Nice.
Yes. So that was a lot of her brain power during this day.
You know what? That's his go-to.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sarah
So
hasn't been drinking in a
Getting
minute,
ordered.
so the Asari Temple's perfect.
yes. So if we go to the tavern, we've got drinks to order. Yeah. Sorry.
I've got bad news
Right.
for you.
Can I suggest a Tranquila?
Wait, can Noah and I trade
right.
drinks?
No. Saren took over. It's not allowed. Okay. She spent a couple days with Hope doing Redacted. And then she spent some time as the harbor mistress. In that
What?
she helped. So there was the harbor master thing available. She didn't fuck Hope. That's not what happened.
I think Saren fucked Hope. Sounds like Saren
No.
fucked Hope. And
The
she doesn't
harbor
know.
It doesn't sound like that. She didn't.
So, so I was trying to learn Arcana, so that's why I kept missing on my Arcana lessons with Hope.
Yes. No. But no, she didn't fuck Hope. Anyway, so she took on the harbor master job but didn't really know what she was doing, so really she teamed up with Caritas and did the harbor master stuff. Just really did some accounting and like managing, but also was kind of keeping a lookout for the crime scene in Othalas. Not to mess with it, but just to like see if it's starting to bloom. It's a new place. She found a couple clues that there is kind of an underground trade thing going on. So we can just tuck that away for a different time.
What the fuck are they trading?
Mhm,
Barrels?
That's the question.
Empty
That's the
barrels?
question.
Yeah.
With her remaining time, Saren she built the whole fucking guild hall. She got that done. So we have the guild hall now, and she learned how to play the harp. So now she plays the harp. And then with she just started, and if it's okay with Dakota, because I just texted him because I have 3 extra day points. She's starting to learn how to use jeweler's tool. Because we keep finding loose jewels, and she wants to make earrings.
Saren job hunted for like
Are you-
2 weeks and then spent the rest of her time like breaking her back with labor.
Yeah.
Oh, no. She was
Like a
gathering
true
people to build
American.
it.
Yeah.
She was overseeing.
Yeah,
Manager.
she was not directly building anything.
We
God,
come
no.
back
She was
and Saren is
supervising.
like fucking jacked.
Oh my gosh.
She's multi-classed into barbarian.
Jesus, is Saren and Egg because they look yoked.
just buck Saren. Yeah. No.
Good
So
stuff.
that's what Saren did during her downtime.
Nice.
I would be terrified to see the Cerberian.
Oh, she also. Actually, never mind. That was a secret.
Cool.
Never mind.
How
Awesome.
many
You should just
secrets?
keep going.
Two secrets, but it's okay.
That's more than any other.
It's fun. It's fun.
Okay.
Fun.
Go down.
Secrets.
Are fun.
She's been killed all
God.
along.
So-
Secrets are fun. Don't cross me.
after
Look,
I've got a
it's
gun.
good for the party.
after a much needed respite, after a few months of kicking back and helping build up the town that you've started here, you realize that the timer that the dragon has given you is ticking, and that it's been about 3 months since your meeting with that dragon, and that you need to start producing some answers for fear of the threat that she made coming true.
Fear.
With that, Garm, we'll say that the thing you last spent your downtime on was the research on the temple, and you can one night you call the rest of the party back to the mansion and fill them in on what you've learned.
Do I have nose gifts as well? That way I can
Yeah.
kind of knock this all out at the same time.
Yeah.
Cool. So as I sort of explain this information, so I gather everyone together, tell them that I've mapped out the course to this temple. Why is my camera so out of fucking focus? What's happening?
It looks fine on
Bothering
stream.
me. Might just be my eyes. So I gather everyone together, tell them that I've mapped it all out, tell them that seems to be of Ulanorian origin, which seems to be a post-giant, pre-elf human society. That we've encountered a little bit of, and it could potentially be. We have seen some runes here and there that we've not been able to identify, and when you go there, if you could write down samples for me and bring them back, and I'll see if my rituals can uncover their meaning. Hopefully.
Are you not going to come with us?
Unfortunately, my responsibilities here to take precedent. There's a lot of work still to be done in getting everyone acclimated to these massive changes that we've enacted over the past few months. So unfortunately, I must stay behind this time.
Oh. I suppose that makes sense.
Well, you do have the capacity to reach us if you need anything while we're out.
Yes, I've one of the powers that has been gifted to me is to communicate over very vastly long distances. So, should the time come, I could send you a message. So if I need anything of you, I will be sure to send word. But
No leans over to Reggie and he's like, "Who's gonna cast Identify?"
Sorry, you said that too quietly. I couldn't hear you. Speak up a little bit.
Who's gonna cast Identify?
We never really cared what the effects were. We just kind of put stuff on in the first place.
That's so true. You're so
Put
right.
ourselves
We'll figure
together.
it out.
Yeah. That's the thing. Garm is like 50% of our restraint. Oh no.
Oh.
But know that I'll be here waiting for you, and that I do have some things for, well, for one of you, really. Most of you sort of get on your own.
Can go.
Most of you can fuck right. But I will procure the sword and the wrist crossbow for No. And hand him the sword.
Sword. So No's got 4 swords now?
So, what you're
3.
what you're looking at is a blade shaped much in the same way your current blade is. Very long with one extremely sharp edge and the other that's a little bit dull but could still be used if necessary. It does appear like it has been silvered, so the underneath metal is a very fine spine of steel, but it has been layered on top of it with silver, and several of the pale white shards that you recovered from Mirn Mord have been incorporated into the design, which gives it almost like a sparkling effect when underneath the lights. Yeah.
Weebs, rise up.
You have the superior katana. Much superior than any Western blade.
Katana.
If you meet Buddha on the road, this will cut down Buddha.
I've noticed that you have a fondness for this kind of blade as opposed to, say, the ones that Reginald might use. I thought you could use something new on your new path.
If you look off to the side, Reggie's using his weapon to like whack a tree over and over again.
I was just imagining him picking his teeth with it.
He's just chewing on it.
Sarah just slaps his hand.
Cool. Thank you, Garm. I don't know what to say. I had my other sword when I woke up, and it did the job. And that's why I used it.
Sure, I just thought it would be a nice thing to commemorate changing of the times, something to mark your future rather than your past.
Well, what's interesting about that is I'm probably still going to use the old sword, but I'll use it at the same time as using the new sword, because I can use both now in both of my hands. Because
Jesus.
I spent a lot of time with, I've already forgotten his name,
Bati.
but I spent a lot of time in the woods with him, shirtless, and we were swinging around swords.
We also trained a little bit.
Bonk.
Oh,
Yo.
Okay, fair enough.
well, what matters is you made a friend.
And
Can you wield the third one in your mouth like that Naruto character?
Well, we might
oof.
get there. Also,
One.
it's a one-piece character.
That's a One Piece. That's a One
pretty
Piece.
sure someone
No,
does
there
it
was
in
one in
Naruto.
Naruto too.
There's one in Naruto. I've never watched one.
From the end of the water, the village hidden beneath the
He
waves.
doesn't wield it in his mouth. He picks up a kunai in his mouth because his arms are broken.
It's a
I
blade
already
as
hate
well.
this
He
conversation.
carries it in his mouth.
I have finished all of Naruto.
I know
within the
you
past
have.
month.
I know
the
you have.
virgin kunai in the mouth versus the Chad
Chad
entire
katana.
katana.
Yes,
So this is how the campaign ends, huh?
Yeah.
I'm now onto Bleach.
I get on
if
a boat, I
everyone is
sail away.
interested.
And I also give him the guts wrist crossbow.
Crossbow.
Cross bro.
Crossbow.
I'm gonna call it
No,
my
that-
cross
Just leave my
bro.
fucking
The
town.
crotch bro.
Well, the crossbow was Reggie.
Around this time, Eamon comes up to the mansion one more time, knocks on your
I
doors,
should've-
just like he did
Oh,
about
shit.
3 months ago.
I know
Shoot
what
him
this is.
immediately.
We shut off the lights.
Pretend we're not here.
Says, good evening. Things have been going very well the past few months. However, I do feel it necessary to inform you that Winfrieda, the leader of the United Republic's trading company, is coming to inspect
It's fucking tax
our
season.
settlement. With that being said, I believe she is going to come to end our contract with you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Does not mean you necessarily have to leave Athalas, but it does mean that you will no longer be forced to carry out our bidding on this land. So perhaps it is a good thing. However, within the next week or so, I will need to do an accounting of any treasure that you have obtained while you've been in Athalas.
I've got the books. I will give you access to my ledgers. When you are ready for them. By the end of the week, I should have it all organized. All the receipts
Very well.
stapled together. How dare you make me do taxes in a fantasy world the same month I have to do taxes in real life?
That's true, actually.
That,
Like, cursed.
we
Curse.
have absolutely nothing to hide, as Asariel's remembering where he has the elf key hidden.
Where's
Very
that rock that I'm using to cover my gold?
I wonder if the grass is growing back in the backyard yet.
Still just fresh dirt.
That's where we buried Ragnar.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that is where we buried Ragnar.
Oh.
Not gonna lie,
All the
Baron is
awesome.
keeping money in Ragnar's grave.
Oh, that Ragnar's body is. How
Saren
Saren.
untombed Ragnar's body to put some
Just-
gold in with him.
Just to cover him in gold. He looks like a pharaoh.
Yeah.
Just to clarify once again, he would be okay with this.
Sarah knew that too.
It,
She knew he'd be okay with it.
it was the greatest thing ever. Saren blinked out my corpse.
That's
Mhm.
why Saren's so yoked right now. It's not because she built those buildings. It's because she's constantly fucking turning over Earth.
Whenever in about a week's time, I'll come by and Saren, you're the one that's been maintaining records. Good. I'll
Mhm.
come by. We'll compare notes. We'll compare our records with yours, and we'll do a proper accounting. At that time, our contract shall be annulled. The only thing I'll need from that.
Completed. Right?
Yes, completed. At that time, I'll need a finalized name for the group that you have been operating.
Oh, Christ.
500 years.
Jesus
I
Christ.
know you've been using the 500 years moniker, but perhaps
Or
if
more
you'd
of a
like that to be
statement.
A better
noted
one?
on your if you'd like that to be noted on your contract, that's fine.
Question.
Mhm.
How would we be to do taxes on items that are not like specified values? You know, like I found a book on dwarven history that is worth a lot to me and possibly to other people, but in its current condition, probably not a ton to the trading company itself. How would I price such a priceless object like that? You know,
I can work with Saren to determine values of such things, although, to be frank, I'm not quite certain that the United Republic's trading company would put much value on it. And then we
Sure,
can
that's
take
what
that
I think.
we can take that price out in coinage instead. I assume you have grown attached to the items that you have acquired, less so than the gold. So,
Right,
the
that
United
items are important.
Republic's trading company has the opposite viewpoint, where we would prefer the coin than the items. So we're happy to sell some of the items to which we are entitled in exchange for some
Everyone's
gold.
happy.
Sure. And then I guess my secondary question was, we've put quite a bit of our own gold and time into building the town itself. Is there any tax rebate or for anything for that we've done?
Tax
'Cause
deductible.
it's quite a bit of gold, if we're being honest, total.
We can consider such a thing. However, this latest batch of you repairing town buildings and services has already come out of some of the town's funds. The defenses were paid entirely out of the town's funds. So we could do some sort of accounting, but I do not imagine that rebate, as you called it, will amount to much.
Just wanted to double check.
Of course.
I'll leave. I trust Saren to do the numbers, of course.
He's got more
You
faith
should.
than I do.
The company should not.
You know, I said the numbers, not
You need
necessarily
bureaucracy.
correct.
Very good.
I've got that. I'm ready.
Cool.
Excellent. Well, I believe another batch of settlers is arriving tomorrow, so I'll be quite busy with cataloging names, families, prospective jobs with them. I won't have any time until the end of the week, so if you guys would like to perform any adventures or anything in the meantime, we can do this when you come back.
Yeah.
Sure.
You go rest up tonight, Amond. I hope you sleep well.
Just start spinning the crossbow empty.
Click, 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 click.
Well, Asariel's
Sleep well, like it's not like mid-afternoon.
Asariel's looking at no, like, is this my cue or?
Very well. I will leave you to your
May-
devices tonight.
May
Feel
you
free.
have the deepest rest you've had since being born.
This is
Noel
actually
got a new sword today. He's very excited.
Hey, Saren, remember how you were helping Garm with his interpersonal communication? I think we found your next student.
I think so. Yeah.
Very well. I shall leave you to your own devices for the rest of the evening. If you need me, you know where I am.
Yes,
Adios.
we certainly do know where you are.
Believe it or not, he is not the strangest member of our community. And then he leaves.
Wait, who is?
Yeah, who's he referring to?
He chuckles to himself as he walks out of the mansion.
One aim and splits is like, we have the guild hall finished, right?
Correct.
Well, and no offense to Garm, but just it feels weird going out with one less person. But now that we have the guild hall finished, perhaps we can, I don't know, maybe we can reach out there, see if we can find other able-bodied potential adventurers to come with us on our next outing.
So you do know that once the guild hall was finished, that this latest ship that's arriving on the morrow was supposed to be bringing some of the guild officials and some of their more adventurous members.
So do you want to hold off tomorrow, then see what the batch brings, so to speak?
I think that's a good idea.
Cool.
We'll go
I would
meet
certainly
them
feel
on the pier.
more
It'll be very
comfortable.
cute.
Excellent. Very good. Cool. And with that, you guys all bed down for the evening, the last of your rest and relaxation period. And we're going to go ahead and take a break right there. So
Much resting.
so
So
much
it's
resting.
resting.
We'll be back
What's the
in
resting?
15 minutes at 11 a.m. Pacific time.
11. It's fucking 2 p.m. over here in the Eastern time zone.
We'll be back
Wild.
very shortly. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ride or
Tax
Die
fraud systems.
your favorite internet D&D show.
Internet tax fraud show.
Internet tax fraud
If you
show.
work at H&R Block, please message me.
No,
I
please
need
don't.
help.
I want to commit fraud at a bigger scale and not in the fantasy world.
Yeah.
No,
tax
just real
companies.
life.
Let's not
Fuck tax
say
companies.
we do anything on the
I
internet.
didn't say I do. I say I want to.
Oh, right. Sure.
Dakota's big concern is that we say anything ever.
Yep.
That's why he keeps us muted 90% of the time during the show. If you go back and watch the VODs, it's just him talking.
I have like 3 different risk managers monitoring each of your social media timelines all the time.
Mhm.
That makes
I
sense.
am on a list.
I
I am most
know.
definitely on a list.
Don't worry, I was aware of that risk.
Dakota wrote the list. Trust me.
Marsha, and Mark both watch your timeline specifically.
Damn.
Jesus.
It's really
All
good
right.
So the
study.
benefit of having a freshly waxed set of never mind.
So,
Steel wool.
as you guys wake up, you
Wake
go
up.
Makeup.
It seems like the shouts and general hubbub of the town of Othalas has been going for a little while now. It seems like the ship is just about to pull into port with all of the guild officials and new adventurers and stuff like that. So
No is gonna run down the stairs like Howl in Howl's Moving Castle after he dyes his hair black,
okay,
and he's gonna be in like his undies. He's
nice.
gonna be like, "Who took the hole out of my roof?"
Perhaps our new mayor should go meet the new arrivals.
Possibly.
It was Garm.
Garm?
It's also
I was
Alderman.
the one yelling.
Um,
Someone was yelling?
Yeah, all the hubbub
Yeah, that
outside.
was
That was
it.
just me.
that
was just me.
Garm.
No in his undies is going to find Garm.
Oh,
Over the past few months, the town has actually grown somewhat substantially. From the first 100 settlers that came over, each ship now regularly brings over 75 to 150 people. So it's grown from just a very small town to kind of like a sprawling village at this point, with more and more people coming and settling outside the main defensive walls of the town at this point.
It takes a village.
It's probably around 450 or so people that live in Othalas now. So quite a few people, and maybe a tenth of them have joined the militia and help out and stuff like that. But more than enough people to help the ships, especially now that the port has actually been fully completed. The ships don't have to moor out in the strait and row across to the shore. They're able to just pull up to the port and dock immediately. So you guys see this big galleon come into port. Eventually, a couple of gangplanks are lowered down onto the actual docks, and sailors start helping people down onto the shore. And
As they come down the gangplank, I've got little gift bags that have a small bundle of nice smelling herbs like lemongrass and like lavender. And as they come down, I just, yes, welcome to Othalas. 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 Yes, welcome to Othalas.
it's giving Ryan from The Office when he goes, hi.
Exactly. Hi.
At the same time, Eamon and Cerdis are off to the side, and they seem to be cataloging some of the cargo. They appear to be communicating with some of the sailors from the galleon.
Cargo?
Huh?
Cargo?
Cargo? Did I say cargo?
Cargo.
Cargo.
Anyway, they're cataloging some of the cargo from the ship and checking manifests and stuff like that, helping people to get settled in and find kind of like sponsor families a little bit that will help them their first couple of nights to give them a place to stay while they build their own homes. Yeah, it's...
No runs.
Oh, go ahead.
No runs up in his undies. Garm?
Yes,
he was
welcome to
stealed.
Athalas.
Did you take the hole out of my roof?
What? What?
At the mansion, did you remove my hole? My roof hole?
Your skylight.
No, what? Possibly.
There is-
I didn't oversee every single choice that got made in repairing the mansion, just the broad strokes.
Theron said you took my roof hole.
That's true.
Do you need a skylight installed above your?
That was nature's alarm clock. It let me know when to wake up. The
At
sun
noon.
would shine in right on my
High
eyes.
noon.
And when it was raining, I'd know it was time to change the blankets. And now how am I gonna know to change the blankets?
Why would you change them when they're raining? They're getting washed.
Well, to get a dirty pair on to get washed in the next rain.
That's fair, actually. Never mind. I understand.
Cyril goes into hiding, so he's not part of this.
It's now canon that No's room, when the people came in to fix it, was covered in black mold.
Been sleeping in the woods for several months, so he was used to it.
Yeah, nobody's been in there for
He
for
locked
months.
he locked the door when
Locked
he
the
left
door
for the
opening
woods.
After I started living in the woods, like I feel healthier.
Looks like the house in Resident Evil 7.
And so does No.
No, I don't think you understand how much trouble we had to go through to renovate that room. I had to use my sword to cut out several of the walls and replace them.
You replaced my walls?
You
black
replaced my
mold covered
mold?
walls? Yes.
It's
I
like
just got
I
them
had
to
to plant
proper
new
shade.
mold.
No was like one Constitution saving throw away from becoming a clicker from The Last of Us.
His head is like splitting.
Yeah.
Break off the
Why
wall.
is he hallucinating? He keeps talking about some deer.
Anyway,
Anyways, there's a number of fancier folk than you've seen come to Athalas, besides Gideon, really. These appear to be more of like the guild patrons. So there's a few officials that come from like orders representing warrior types of peoples. Some more that represent like some more scholarly types. There's a few people that appear to have like these extreme like scoped in goggles that have like articulated lenses on them so that they can do very minute work. Lots of like more artisans and craftsmen are coming in rather than just farmers, fishermen, hunters, and the like. At this point, you do see that one person in particular, even amongst this crowd of middle-class craftsmen, appears to stand out from the bunch. She stands near like the deck of the ship, kind of like peering over the banister, and seeing your group seems to have like a moment of recognition. Leah, would you like to join the table?
this can be bad. This can be so bad.
I have an action I'd like to perform.
Huh?
I'd like to put my hood up.
Give me a perception check really quick.
Mine is always up.
I'd like to smite.
As people are coming down the gangplank and Garm is saying, "Hi, welcome to Athalas," I'm gonna say, "Don't let this guy touch your house."
8.
And then I'm gonna dip my
Okay,
hand in a
you
barrel of
do not
fish oil
notice the
and
person on the
start-
ship.
Oh my
just
god.
start oiling up.
Can I do a perception check, please? Is that
Sure.
fine?
Oh, no.
I will not make a perception check. I'm just gonna let whatever happens happens.
My passive perception is a 19. Do I see them?
Yes, I would imagine so.
I got a 9.
Perception buddies.
You unfortunately do not. Leah, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah, hello. My character is a very tall, over 6 foot, tiefling who is a pinkish color. She is dressed very affluently. She's wearing a really nice dress. She has a cloak. Everything coordinates. It's all color coded, so it all goes together very well. She has a rapier at her side, and a harp in her tail. And she has some like eyebrow piercings and really long hair. She's crushing it. Absolutely.
Nice. So, Charlotte, as you like are peering from the deck of the ship, you do see the group of adventurers that was advertised on the flyer for this new town. And as you look down at this flyer saying, "Come to Athalas and meet the heroic party that has been helping develop this settlement."
We have a name.
They have not put it on the flyer.
500 years.
You have found the person that you have been looking for.
Do I see the person I'm looking for?
You do.
Oh no,
Oh no.
this can't end well. Okay,
I'm
which
sprinting.
one is-
I'm booking it. I'm like
one
chugging
is
my
it?
ass down this little
What time
gangplank.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit.
When do I see her?
Oh,
It is not good.
Saren, you know her? Her cat?
Yeah, that's Leah.
I haven't even seen her yet.
8.
How much?
8?
8. Okay. So as you like start charging down the gangplank, you actually knock over one of the other people that's been that starts crossing down. There's a woman who has been was heading down to meet her husband on the dock, and you just push her out of the way. and she falls into the shallow water near the shore.
It's a Wilhelm scream.
As this woman screams out, Saren, you look up and you see Charlotte booking it towards your group.
I cast fog cloud.
What?
There's immediately this rolling fog springs out of nowhere, obscuring the docks. Everyone starts shouting out in alarm.
Don't worry, folks. It's all right. Can someone help that woman out of the water?
Yeah. Where's Saren? I think she's good with people in water.
I'm already 50 feet away.
Oh, that's weird. I also think Saren knows how to cast this a spell that does the same effect. So that's we should find her. Maybe she knows how to fix it. If only I could see in this thick cloud of fog that suddenly appeared.
Asero just has his top layer cloak off, and he's just kind of fanning at the fog.
Fully, I can't see, right? I'm in the middle of the fog cloud.
Correct.
I would assume.
Yeah, you're having a hard time seeing.
I'm not gonna go anywhere because I can't see what's going on.
Cool.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it, my little lord.
So you guys all set to work. Besides, I'm guessing no, because he hasn't said anything. So,
Yeah, he's standing with his hands on his hips and his undies on.
in the middle of this fog of this cloud of fog,
I
Charlotte.
meet the heroic adventures, they said.
The rest of the townsfolk start springing to life as they try to help this woman out of the water, and this cloud of fog has obscured your vision to Saren. You can't see her or find her anywhere. You rush into the cloud. What else do you do?
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm rushing into
Okay,
the
dodge.
cloud, but I'm kind of yelling behind me. I'm like, I'm sorry, I was excited, and then I just trying to sprint in. And can I see anything? Can I see any of the?
Not in the cloud. Do you want to break out of the
Anyone in
cloud?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
only-
okay.
it's a 20-foot radius.
Okay.
It's also
Give me-
not a it's a dock. So she might just run off the other end of the dock.
It leads directly towards the shore. It's close enough
A
that
second
if
Wilhelm
she keeps
scream.
running straight, she's gonna hit the actual town and not the water.
If I hear this entity coming, can I try to get myself and Reggie out of the way?
Sure. Charlotte, give me another dexterity saving throw.
Wait, me?
Yes, you.
Okay. Please be better. Okay. Maths. 12.
12. Nice. You come running into the cloud of fog, and you stop yourself before you tumble into the red tiefling, who's just standing almost stark naked in the middle of this cloud. You like quickly stop yourself before you like crash into each other. You recognize this person was standing next to Saren.
This person is freshly oiled as well.
Very
Did
shiny.
you take my oil?
No, I grabbed fish oil out of a barrel on the dock.
Oh god. He's stinky.
Hello, is this you? And I point to the flyer. You're clothed here, but this is you, right?
Probably not.
Or
It's
is
a
it a drawing.
it's a drawing.
How good's
Hard
the
to
likeness?
say.
It's decent. It's decent.
Snow has no idea what he looks like. He's never looked
He's
in the mirror.
never looked in a mirror.
He's looked at a pool a few times.
Those do
Really?
look like my friends, but
I don't know who that strange one is right there. And he's just pointing at himself.
It's like, why is there fire coming out of his head?
Yeah. He looks angry. Is he
Angry
mad?
boy.
Who's he mad at?
Never mind. Do you know this this person, Saren? Is she familiar?
Yeah. She was around here.
Did you see where she went? Please.
No. There was a lot of hubbub, and then there was a lot of smoke.
How long
and
does the fog last?
Now I'm here.
I think a minute.
I'm
Let
so
me-
sorry to bother you and allow you to get back to your oiling.
It's up to 1 hour.
Oh my god.
Cat!
Charlotte, do you want to continue on into town?
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna ask. I'm just showing the flyer to anyone I run into.
Okay, cool.
And
I would like to go back towards the manor if I hear that she's asking after Saren. I'm gonna go try and find Saren.
Okay, cool.
I do want to say that it's a 20-foot radius, and I cast it while I was standing right next to Garm.
Mm-hmm.
So within about 6 seconds, I have run out of the cloud
Correct.
towards the manor. So as soon as I don't know when you guys get to the edge of the cloud, but when you get there, Saren's not hiding; she's just running.
Do I see Saren?
She's in a dead sprint.
I'm
As you
betting
leave
my
the,
point is that I'm betting you guys do see me.
as you see the cloud, as you exit the cloud, you see Saren booking it through the middle of town up towards a large manor, on a hill in the middle of town. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, I hate running uphill, but fuck. Yeet.
Awesome. Yeah, your heels aren't used to walking on like the dirt paths of Athalas. You're more used to like the cobblestones of the lowlands. But you're able to like your determination and your excitement at this moment happening helps you push through the pain in your feet and make your way up towards the manor. The rest of you see as all of this is going on. You see Saren booking it towards the mansion, and about maybe 100 feet behind her, you see this pink tiefling come running out of the cloud as well and starts making her way towards the mansion as well.
Give the word, Loki. Give the word.
A Serial just hears in his ear, "Take the shot."
Okay, so we
Well,
see
it
her
isn't-
chasing Saren then, right?
Yes.
How far away is the pink tiefling?
Not far from you. She's probably within like 30 feet of you.
All right, and if I can see her, I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay.
Bro, a true bro.
And I'm gonna start running up, and I'm gonna try to Misty Step to bamf myself between Saren and this
Okay.
new person.
Okay, cool. Charlotte, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Hey, here we go. Oh, actually, I want to use this dice. Ooh, okay. Am I wise? Am I wise?
Ooh, we're wise. We're wise here.
Not
Wise?
13.
What's your spell save?
15.
Oh, so you feel as you like are running towards Saren, you feel like all of the muscles in your body suddenly paralyze, and then you just and fall over into the road.
Anyway, sorry. So sorry about that. As I walk up and I'll right the petrified corpse a little bit and get her back on her feet. Just we
Corpse?
don't like not corpse. Sorry, the corpse-like body. That's very much still
Reggie
alive.
casted power word kill on you. Actually,
Instantly dead.
oh my god.
Can I speak
Now-
while I'm paralyzed, or am I just like frozen?
I don't think so.
Person is.
That's okay.
I'm going to as they fall. I'm going to turn to the captain and Eamon, and be like, here, and I give them all of the rest of my gift bags, and I say, continue to pass them out. Make sure you them all as they come down the gangplank. And somebody please help that woman out of the water finally. And I'm gonna walk over to I'm gonna put Sariel, please stand down, friend.
I'm fine.
I always hold my bow at attention.
This is how I hold my bow. Why have we?
I'm sorry. Do you know this person who's running
I-
at our house?
I don't, but I mean, look at her. She doesn't even have a weapon drawn. What's she gonna do?
So
To
this
be
is the most
fair-
advantageous position, and I don't understand why I'm having to release it.
We know several people who don't need weapons drawn to make attacks. So
That's fair, but she is a newcomer to Arthalos, and we should welcome her.
would have loved to. She went sprinting off at our house first.
My heart's
After
beating.
shoving a woman
I-
into the water. I feel like I
That's-
understand. I'm not saying we attack her or imprison her. Just, find out why she's so excited to meet our friend.
I know that this is probably a bit strange coming from me at this point, but I think we've shown enough comers distrust, and I just have an inkling that perhaps this has less to do with a threat and more to do with the consequences of some past actions that we perhaps don't know.
All right.
You've been reading those. You've been reading those copper romances again.
A little paperback falls out of my pocket.
I'll walk up to Charlotte on the grounds and dismiss the spell before helping you up to your feet. You are welcome to go off running again, but I would much rather know why first, if that's okay.
I could bill you for getting mud in my skirts. But that's okay.
You can bill
yes.
me.
No, here's the sound of somebody saying something about bills and rushes out of the fog cloud like, no one's taking our money!
Redskin, no, completely down to his tidy whities, rushes out of this cloud. And he's like, no one's taking my money.
Pingo, is that you?
Bingo, yep.
That's bingo, baby.
Oh, go.
I'm sorry. I've forgotten myself. I didn't mean to cause an alarm. Do you know this person, Zarin?
Yes, quite well. How do you know this person?
She's my fiance.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry. Hold on. Sorry. Cyril pulls back his hood, kind of picks at his ears a little. You just could you repeat that? My comment is not so good. Did you say fiance, as in betrothed, intended?
Yes, that is what that means.
Right.
Does it mean something
It
to
is
you?
I just wanted to say it. I'm a Serial, and it is an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Hello, my name is Charlotte. It's nice to meet you too. Thank you. I'm
Charlotte.
looking for Saren. I think I just saw her run up the hill before.
I would be
Yes,
more than happy
actually,
to help you, and I'm dashing up the road.
Still running.
Yeah, I'm trying. Is Saren still running?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
At this
yeah.
point, Saren, you've probably
here,
made
actually.
it to the mansion, closed the door, and have like maybe put a chair or two in front of it.
Can I say, when you guys do make it up there and go through the doors, she's really frantically shoveling gold from a vase that was put on the wall into my bag.
Got a full backpack, suitcase. It's
My
been
go
grand.
bag.
See, Garm, this is why we shouldn't leave hole. This is why we should leave holes in the wall. If somebody locks the door,
I'm actually great. I think
Saren!
we call those windows.
windows
don't-
can be
please
locked
do-
also.
Please don't break a window.
Right? Did someone leave their window open this morning? Is the
Well,
front door barricaded?
Would have had the.
We throw the
Probably
grappling.
one
We get a
chair.
grappling hook and we.
Oh, wait.
Me and Reggie can just bam fit.
No, I don't. Well, we just built this door. Hang on. Is there like a ground floor window that I can see
Yeah.
through?
Uh-huh.
All right, I'll Misty step through, catch Saren in the act of shoveling gold from a vase. You have many questions to answer. This is not going to help. I'm just going to unlock the door and let you do the talking, and I'll move whatever barricade is in the way.
Daryl gives a big flourish to the door opening.
Yep. After that, I'm assuming Charlotte's with you, right?
I assume she came through the door whenever I moved the barricade.
Okay,
Oh, we
cool.
didn't invite her up to the house. She's still down at the port.
I'm confused. Am I allowed to move now?
So, with that, you enter into the foyer of this beautiful mansion that has been recently renovated. All hardwood floors, some nice like ancient elven art that has been placed around. Most of it has been destroyed, but the like crumbled marble and stuff like that has been cleaned up. Yeah.
You
and
should have
then-
been here when we got here. I mean, the house was so much more accessible. Much easier to use and be a part of.
No, for
open-
such
it was
a
an open
small
floor.
village, it's very cute,
A
and
lot of
and
features.
you've clearly put a lot of work into it.
I haven't put any work into this at all, actually. I built the bow shop that is like currently half in the ocean. And I also took care of the alchemical workshop. Not sure what that's about though.
It's
And I
only
don't seem to trust it.
the bowyer shop is only open in low tide.
Also called Karen's mattress.
Yeah.
Saren, we have a guest.
Charlotte, I didn't see you there.
Really? Because I saw you running, and I swear I thought you looked back at one point, but maybe you should get your eyes checked. And I'm striding forward, and I'm just taking your face in mine, and I'm just like all over.
It's just like, hello.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, dear. You must have escaped your kidnappers and just been saving so you can come back to me.
It's been very hard, as you know. I'm actually choking up right now. This is why I can't say anything else.
I know.
Reggie has pulled up 2 chairs along with one for himself. Just sort of sitting
Reggie?
watching.
Asariel's practically bouncing behind Reggie. Like he's got his hands on his shoulders going,
Oh, is that chair for me? Thank you so much. Sea legs, I would opine about it more, but it made me feel closer to my love.
You got so much to catch up on. I figure you wanted to sit down. I'll get some alcohol. We have some beer, maybe some food if you're feeling hungry after the journey. I feel like
This
we can
really
talk
is a
for a
frat house.
long
You
time.
walk in the door and you're like, you want a drink?
Pull up a plastic chair and
Yeah, I
bring
can get you a
forward
natty
up.
light.
there's a pyramid of natty light cans.
get some tea going, raid the cupboards.
Yeah, like this beautiful old dilapidated house, and the first thing we do is, want a drink?
Yep.
You see the Christmas lights?
Because all the light bulbs burned out and we can't reach them.
So, Charlotte
That'll
was
go to ladder.
Charlotte, right?
Yes.
You said kidnapping.
Well, yes. There's no other explanation for why Saren would have disappeared after I proposed.
Of course.
Right, dear?
It's difficult to talk about, honestly. You know, it is it's a dark time, and it is, you know, difficult to bring up the details of such an experience. You know,
I
it
don't
can
want
do
to make
one's
it
mind.
weird again. I don't want that. Were the perpetrators brought to justice?
No, you know, that's why I have had to keep such a low profile, you know, just in case they are out there looking for me. But how is it that you came to be here? I'm so happy to see you. How did this happen?
So I was casting locate person, as you do. And it was very draining casting it constantly, day after day. And then I got really lucky and I was just waltzing through the square as I do. You know how I love to waltz. And I saw this flyer plastered everywhere. And I said, that's my little fish. That's my little fish.
It's like Christmas.
I just picture the rest of us out of camera shot, just mouthing.
Yeah.
No walks up and puts his arm around Saren and says, "And she's our little fish too."
Well, no.
And
No,
that's
I'm-
our dog, and that's our elf,
Whoa!
and that's our lizard.
We actually have 2 lizards if you count No.
Yeah.
I was given honorary lizard.
You don't know what you
Uh,
look like. You could look like a lizard.
So what? How did you? But you know, we don't need to dwell on the sad times. What matters is how we move from here. But if we could look back to the past momentarily, Charlotte, I'm so sorry because I understand we just met, and I do apologize for our aggressive response. But you could understand why we would be so protective. How did you two
I
meet?
appreciate that, truly. We met. Well, she was very devout, but
Mhm.
you know, I saw her and she saw me, and she's very devoted. It was love at first sight, some might say.
Do I get a read on how Saren's feeling right now?
Insight check. I'm gonna say the DC is 5.
She's trembling like a leaf.
I rolled an 11.
She's just fully shaking.
She seems intensely uncomfortable with a mixture of guilt thrown in there.
Can I tell that Charlotte is rich?
Probably.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna turn my back to Charlotte as she's explaining this, and I'm gonna whisper in Saren's ear, go, "So you were trying to steal all her money?"
I physically push No away from me
Not
without
all of
looking at
it.
him. Without even, because I know if I look at him,
Did
he'll
you?
know.
I don't mean to pry, but did you have a date set? Because Garm is a spiritual authority as well.
I ready Eldritch Blast in my hand. And then I put it out again.
No, it all happened so fast. I could
Oh,
tell that Saren was feeling guilty. Because
Mhm.
it was her first time, and it
Mhm.
was outside of marriage, and that's a
That
big
was
deal
Garm.
for certain
Well,
types.
She's
And
really
so-
made something of herself here.
Reggie, can you help me with the tea, please? In the other
There's
room?
a lot of
I am getting all the tea I need right here, my friend. Don't worry.
I apologize. my understanding of this timeline is a little bit skewed. So
Mm-hmm.
you, Charlotte, are not someone who lives beneath the waves, are you?
No, no, God, no.
No.
I'm a storyteller, and I work for the courtiers, and I collect stories from adventurers, quite like yourselves, actually. And I
And-
met Saren in town,
Which town was this? Sorry.
in the Golden Coast.
Ah.
It was my first time away from the city beneath the waves. I was on mission trip actually, and I saw her performing. It's very romantic.
So
This would have been the city of Pearl Shore
Okay.
in the
It
Gilded
was in
Coast.
sister,
Mhm.
you're telling me that within the span of about a month of you leaving your undersea home, you were betrothed to someone
Mm-hmm.
a mere weeks before meeting
you know?
me.
Stranger
My-
things have happened, Garm.
No, I'm just I guess I just haven't really had much experience in seeing how quick love can motivate
Yeah.
someone
Yes.
to change their whole life so fast. I mean, I appreciate Asariel's words to my benefit here. I've never officiated a wedding before, but I look forward to my first time as well.
I don't think we should look this gift horse too hard in the mouth. As we all know, stranger things have happened, and we should just thank the grace of Seneca
Yes,
that
yeah.
these two have been reunited once again.
Mhm. There is I have a lot of experience with divine magic, but there is nothing more divine than love.
And confirmed.
In fact, you should know a few things about Saren since she got here. She's got this cool new tattoo on her arm, which is a dedication to her devotion.
Oh yeah.
So many aspects of her life.
You know what? I show her and I say, "Can you read what it says?" And it's in
Can I-
Celestial. Do you read Celestial?
Ooh. Shit. Do I read Celestial? I don't think I do.
I don't think so.
Then
No.
Saren says, "It says Charlotte."
That's not
Celestial.
It's interesting.
no what you told us what it
Yeah, I feel like
It started. You're thinking of some of the ideas for it before I had it done. It says Charlotte.
Interesting.
It's so touching. I'll get your name tattooed on my arm in Celestial as well.
That's my heart.
It'll take me a moment to find a tattooist, but as soon as I do, it's first on my list, just to show my absolute devotion to you.
We've been on the lookout for a tattoo artist this whole time.
Asariel rolls back some of his sleeve, and you can see part of this large spiral pattern going down. He goes, "Actually, Charlotte, this is what me and my wife got when we were joined." And I'm just start showing off the intricacies and the different elf scrolling, and if you'd like something like this, I'm sure we can get you set up with something like that.
Ooh, what do you think, dear? Would you want to get matching tattoos in that style?
You should. Matching face tattoos would
Mhm.
be really nice, I think, on both of you.
Not on the
Yeah,
face. No.
teardrops.
No, not facial tattoos. No, that's for achievements. Although marriage is an achievement, so actually, yeah, I guess it would be appropriate.
matching scorpions right on the cheek.
Mm,
There you go.
Maybe.
We'll talk about it later. I'm sure we'll have the rest of our lives, ahead of us.
well, I hate to get in the way of you two reconnecting after months apart. Reginald, you and I are probably the most learned in these sort of ceremonies, so perhaps we should meet and plan some of this out, don't you think?
I think that's a great idea. I do think maybe we should have a talk with Saren at some point about some of the preferences they may have, and of course with Charlotte as well for what the ceremony should look like or anything like that. We'll arrange those privately.
Yes. Lovely.
If you two, well then, I'll show Charlotte quarters, and you all can start to meet with Sarah in there.
Oh,
See what
can I
she would
just,
like for the ceremony.
Can I just
Nice.
bunk with Saren? Actually, I'm thirsty for a Saren on the beach. If you know what I mean.
Oh, you've heard of her drinks.
Yes.
I walk up to the second floor. I open up a window and I throw myself out. No.
What's that?
Of course. Of course you can bunk with me.
I kick open nose windows that it's broken, and I throw myself out nose window.
Thank you. Back to
Yes.
the way it should be.
Then I'll allow me to show you to your room. Saren's
Thank you.
room. Either or.
I pray that I remembered to use the right stitches on the mattress so she can't see that there's a big gaping hole in it full of coins.
Mm.
Gonna find out when she sleeps on it.
I don't think.
No,
Nope,
I'm
no.
gonna gaslight her. Full of rocks.
After
Princess
she,
and the Pea right here.
Yep.
after she goes upstairs to Saren's room, I'm gonna lean over again and say, "Did you put a bedroom in the temple? Or an office?"
Nope.
Sarah
Gotta consummate
temple.
somewhere.
I might go and sleep there.
Well,
So,
Once she's gone, I'm gonna put one hand on Reggie's shoulder and the other hand on Asariel's shoulder because I assume I don't know we're in the little formation.
Yep.
sure.
Under no circumstances should I be wed to that woman.
right. So,
If
questions.
it comes to
Many
it, no,
questions.
listen. If it comes to it, if I'm about to walk down the aisle, I want you to kill me.
Sariel, now.
Now.
That's the time.
Okay.
She's wonderful.
Okay,
but
we.
We'll keep that in mind.
I need an explanation.
Yeah, we need to know why.
Well, a lot of what she said was true. She was very truthful. She was very honest with you.
How honest were you with
about
her?
what happened. Well, I did really like her. Cause look at her.
Insight check. Insight
very
check on
much.
that.
No, go ahead. She is absolutely my type. Very confident, very tall.
It's true.
Now, we did have a brief affair in the city. It was lovely. She did propose to me, which was a very wonderful gesture. I don't think that my way of turning the offer down quite read to her.
Well, it quite seems like she thinks you said yes and then disappeared.
In that way.
Did you say yes and then run away?
Well, I did. I didn't say the word yes. I agreed that wouldn't it be nice if we spent the rest of our lives together, and that I would enjoy that because that's true. I would totally enjoy the idea of that.
I'm
But
gonna insight check this bit. Did Saren say yes?
Sure. Saren, go ahead and make a persuasion or deception roll. You don't have to tell me.
I like to. tag with this one.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's a 27.
Ooh, okay. That was way better than me. I got like an 18.
Are you
I
telling
got a
the truth?
9.
Tell her you're telling
No.
the-
I absolutely told her yes. I very explicitly told her yes, and then fucked right off.
Saren.
Yes, so that was around the time that I left for a while, and I found Garm, and the adventuring thing started occurring, and it just kind of got away from me.
You know, tricking people into giving your church money is one thing, but this is just wrong.
Hold up, that's not a trick.
It's not, yeah, first of all, not a trick. Sadhaka should be the only goddess everybody worships and give me money for her. But this was,
Scam or hustle. Sarah,
I did have-
scam or hustle.
I did have a lot of affection for Charlotte. She is a wonderful person. I just, I am not. I am like the ocean itself. You cannot tie me down. You cannot contain water. It must flow.
Why not then just say that you don't want to get married?
I didn't want to be that guy.
Oh my god, Sarah,
so
what
much
kind
worse
of guy
than
do you
that.
think you
Lying.
are? Like, is this better in some way? This guy?
I crossed an ocean. I didn't think it was going to be a recurring problem.
Crossed it
Oh,
multiple
he's very
times
wealthy. I think
too.
oceans
Like,
were pretty. Okay. You have to tell her.
No, absolutely
What
not.
else are we gonna
If you
do?
say anything, I will say that you're trying to get between us. I won't let it happen.
No, I'm not gonna help with this.
Well, all right. So, what other options do we have?
We kill her if they get married.
No. Well, yes, you can leave. You don't kill her. She'll be fine. But
Well, no, I think we
You
have
have
to
to
do the
go.
job, the whole job, and nothing but the job. If you get married to her, we have to kill both of you. Otherwise, she's going to hire mercenaries to come kill us.
Well, it's
That's
either. Well, I'll say it's either we continue. To me, it seems that we continue with the ruse and get you married, or we tell them the truth.
or
And what seems easier, Isariel? Of course, it is continue with the ruse.
so
And get
my
married.
thought is that we could, or we've got some stuff to do. Like go to the temple, the sunken temple. We're going to do. We could just go to that and lay low for a little bit.
And
she'll
what happens
we're going
if
to
Charlotte
leave.
wants to come along to make sure you stay safe?
Uh,
Especially considering Garm isn't coming with us. I mean, we do need the help, Reggie.
Well, no. First of all, she's a wonderful actress and singer and harp. Like, she is truly the quadruple threat. Wonderful, but she's not a fighter. Like,
Oh, no,
unless
I
she
saw
learned
I
to
saw a
fight
sword.
in the last few
I saw a
months.
sword.
Trying to find me, she's learned to cast spells, and she's not going to be any help for us. We will be protecting her the whole time.
Yeah,
Listen,
I
I saw-
can learn new abilities since the 6 of us have met.
I saw
I
a
bet
sword.
she's
I
not.
also think it's very cute that she plays a harp and you just were learning how to play the harp. That's adorable. I feel like you should be getting
You know, I wasn't going to.
oh
I
shit!
wasn't going to mention that, Reggie, but that was absolutely the most adorable thing ever.
I think I
You're
You're
stumbled.
done.
Band?
You got called out, son.
You're all crazy, and that's not why.
Sarah, you've been in your room practicing for like 30 days. We've all heard you playing the harp. Like, you
Saren
can't-
rolled a 1 on her
Everybody
gaslight.
girl boss.
All right. I think that Asariel is correct. Though we can either get you married and kill you down the aisle, or we can tell her that it's off. You can tell her that the engagement is off, and return, I assume, whatever ring or giant gem or sack of gold she gave you for the engagement.
Or option 3, and we haven't taken this option yet, so I'd be very excited to do it. we fake your death.
No.
No.
What?
We
You don't
take
like
her
that
with
option?
us to the temple, and I die at the temple, and you guys leave without me. Have Garm sends me a message when the coast is clear.
It'll be
And I
just
come
like
back.
the Lich's Fortress when we faked our death there.
Very, very good to know.
This
It's at this
person.
point that there's
Yes.
a knock on the door. And Captain Curtis is there with a couple of the dock workers. And they say, did I happen to see the tiefling woman come up here?
Correct.
Why? What does it matter?
Well, we've been
Yes. Why do
unloading
you
some of
care?
her belongings. We wanted to know where she would like this massive painting that she brought with her.
Oh, in here, absolutely.
Right,
Please.
right through
Can
here.
hang it
Right in
on
this
the
way.
wall.
Actually, are you guys able to hang it at this moment?
Oh,
Don't
absolutely.
even know what the painting
Yes,
is
of
yet.
course. Come on in.
You don't even know what the painting
We've-
is yet.
I'm
We all
tearing
know
off
what it
any
is. We
painting.
all know what it is. Yeah,
Charlotte,
that's it,
at hearing this happening, you finally manage to declutter some of your stuff, and you make your way downstairs, and you see them loading
Please.
in the painting into the foyer.
Please be a risque painting of Saren.
What is it? Please.
It's not just Saren.
Yes!
Right in the
So Curtis loads the painting up against one of the larger walls in the entrance hall, and then they look around. Madam Charlotte, would you like the honors of unveiling this work of art?
Yes, I was gonna do this in private, but I suppose
Oh,
there's
wait,
no
wait, yeah,
such
you gotta
time than the
bring-
present. Saren, I actually painted this myself, and it took me like 100 hours or so, give or
We
take.
found a mural artist.
And I it swishes down, and it's like in the Grecian style, I guess, of us both pressed in an embrace, dressed in draped silks, together,
Oh, my.
with a night backdrop of a starry sky.
And it's massive too. Like this thing takes up. It's like the Schitt's Creek family portrait
Family
size.
It's beautiful. Your skills are always so lovely. I do actually love this a lot.
Is it a reference image this was drawn from, or just from memory?
And I kind of look at Saren's form, and I'm like, I have a very good memory.
Oh no.
It dawns on me that we've put this above the place where we eat every day.
I think it's
Maybe-
perfect.
No? Okay.
It's
Reggie, I think
Eat
you're
every
onto
day. It's
something.
another beer pong table.
Beer pong table.
Well, I just think, what better way to start your day than a reminder of eternal love?
Mm.
Is Caritas still here?
Yes. They're staring at you, kind of arms crossed with a little bit of a smirk.
I kind of pull you into my underneath my arm, and I'm laying my head on top of your head, and I'm just rocking us a little bit.
Wow.
Charlotte, you mentioned something about Saren's kidnapping. I'd be interested to hear the story of this. This is the first I've heard of this.
Such a
Yeah.
painful memory.
I'm
Why
so
did
sorry,
they-
Saren. I don't want to put you through this again.
Mhm.
They left a note. It was very short and scribbled, but it just said, Saren has been taken. Do not look for her. She will never return. And of course, not to
Terrified.
listen to that, right? Terrifying. Oh my god, I cannot believe what you've been through.
Yep, I
Yet-
didn't even know if they left a note since, it's not like they told me anything, they just kidnapped me.
And yet,
Threw me away.
Tell me they left a note.
That's so weird though. If they're kidnappers, they didn't leave a ransom or like an ask for anything. Like you think usually.
Was there anything missing when Saren was kidnapped? Like,
Yeah, they took a couple jewels and some gold that was around, but it was nothing compared to my little fish being taken from me.
perhaps they hadn't sent a ransom yet because they didn't have time to, because Saren got away so quickly.
It was actually a very long time.
Oh.
But maybe they sent the note to my sisters in the city under the sea. I've not been back there, so perhaps they have been scrambling.
we can certainly we can travel that way and ask
No,
your sisters.
No, that was
Well, I would love
much
to meet your
worse
family.
than
You
anything.
haven't met the family yet. We haven't either. This could be fun.
They didn't
DM.
come to the wedding.
So through this conversation and conversation, do I get a feeling that Charlotte is genuine and sincere when she talks about
Give me
these stories?
give me an insight check. Charlotte, give me a persuasion or deception check. Don't tell me which.
Cool. I am a classic, aren't I? It's persuasion
Yeah, or deception, your choice.
or deception. Ooh,
Depending
okay.
on if you're telling the truth or not.
17.
17.
17.
I forgot that I'm a
Meets
bard.
it, beats it. So, you get to... Charlotte, are you telling the truth or not?
I am.
Okay. Okay. I'm like, this could go very different directions.
God, am I gonna get married?
Right. Well,
This is there seems to there seems to be some awkwardness going on, some tension, and I think it's important that we just address it. Let's get everything out in the air. Charlotte, there's something we need to tell you. You see, we were just about to go on an adventure, and so
I think Kat and Saren both just had a heart attack when you started talking.
I can do this shit too, Kat. Don't fuck with me. So there's a little bit of conflict here because
Yes.
obviously I'm sure Saren would love nothing more than to get through the ceremony and be properly wed to you. However, as we are effectively guardians of this new settlement, part of our task is to go out into this partially unmapped area, see what's out there. We've been battling monsters. It's all sorts of heroics. Saren is amazing, of course.
Oh.
So therein lies the conflict. There, do we wed now? But of course, after that, there's the dangers of what would follow, and we wouldn't want to risk anything like that. Or do we go on an adventure and then have the wedding after? There's pros and cons to both, and I would love to have your insight on this.
I see. What a noble cause. Saren's always been so noble. I do understand. Mentioning Saren's family, I would really love them there, and if this adventure must come first, then so be it. I'm already packed.
Incredible.
Fantastic.
Packed.
Well, she just got off the boat.
Yeah, I haven't unpacked yet, so all my bags are ready.
Usually, he's
Ready to be unpacked here while we're on our adventure.
I don't want to worry you, my dear, but these adventures, they are not so clean and tidy, and they're rather dangerous and tend to, we do not have the capacity to take lots of bags with us, and
Yeah.
I know how important these belongings are to you, and nothing is more important to me as in your comfort. So if you would like, you could stay here in the manor. We have a lovely library and a beautiful temple down the road that I helped coordinate. Lots of things to do. If you'd like to wait
Yep.
here.
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I'm sorry about that.
Privately for a minute.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, I think my internet's cutting out.
Uh-oh.
It's getting a little
I
choppy.
hear you now. What did you want?
But I have to ask Saren if I could.
I think she's saying if she could speak to Saren privately, but
Oh, yes,
it is
absolutely.
choppy.
I mean,
Very choppy.
of course. Yes.
Maybe hold on. If this is gonna happen now, then I should let Ian finish. Because
Oh, I wasn't gonna say anything important. I was gonna say, Saren makes a good point. We wouldn't want to bring you out onto the adventures. It's dangerous, it's risky, and plus it's a bunch of old ruins. I'm sure none of that would be of interest of you. I'm sure all the stories are just buried there, waiting to be dug up. I'm just it's a lot of boring research into cultures that have long since passed and haven't been even spoken of in centuries. It just
How insensitive of you, Asariel. Those are very interesting cultures that deserve to be re-examined under a modern culture and perhaps even have their stories told now.
For
I
some
think
of
you're
them,
right
the
there.
very
I'm
first
sorry.
time ever. They've never been discussed before. Some of these have been completely unstudied by any person ever, which would lead, us and, anyone who came with us to be the first people in centuries or millennia to sometimes step foot in these, ruins and things that we go to. But I understand if none of that's of interest to you.
did I mention that I'm actually a storyteller? That's my job. Oh my god, this
I
is
totally forgot. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh, you might
Sweet.
actually. Would you want to come then?
No, we couldn't. We couldn't.
We couldn't. It would be dangerous, and you would have to be able to handle yourself in like a fight, should we get into one.
Exactly. We
You know,
want I need you to be safe.
actually this dress actually is
What?
It's cutting out again.
All of your audio just went in like 1 second.
Do you want to try disconnecting from the call and reconnecting really quick?
I think that was
yeah, give me a
I think that was Infernal for I have a sword.
Yeah. It's gonna fuck up the cameras
That's
for a
one.
second.
Where do we move?
Oh god, I love this scene so much.
It's very good. Everybody's in the wrong spot.
So- and
Ian's
meanwhile,
become
Cat is losing
Saren.
sanity points left and right.
There we go. Better?
no.
That sounds better.
You sound kind of better.
It's a triple
I-
echo, though.
Everything is like slow on my camera, so I don't know how it looks to you guys, but it's all very
It looks
Smooth
fine
for
to
me.
me.
You look fine
Okay.
and sound great to us.
Yeah.
great. Then I will just proceed. I don't know what is happening. If Dakota's internet
okay.
is great, then great. Yeah, I was gonna say that my dress is actually enchanted. So it looks like a dress, but it is armor.
Ooh.
But Charlotte, my dear, what do you need armor for? Do you fight now?
Well, I had to learn. I actually encountered many creatures on my travels to find you. I fought a dragon at one point. It was crazy.
She
I
thought
think you'll
a
be
dragon
fine.
to find you.
Barely done this.
You will be fine. Oh,
We actually fought a dragon as well. Two of
I
them.
wonder if it was
Well, sort of.
one.
We
Oh my God.
talked to one.
Yeah, one of them was just sort of a diplomacy dragon a bit.
Hmm.
But let's
Okay.
not tarry on this. I believe you wanted to. Let's not tarry on this. I believe you wanted to speak to your betrothed privately, and we will not keep you any longer.
I did. That would be so lovely. Thank you.
Oh no.
As you guys head upstairs to Saren's room, Curtis, who's still been there, like arms crossed, looking at you, like kind of staring and giving you a bit of side eye the whole time, kind of like whistles to themselves, and says, Grata is going to get a kick out of this, and then leaves the mansion.
Before Caritas leaves, I says,
Fuck.
remember when you gave up your chambers for her?
I'm gonna throw myself out the
And
window.
Caritas leaves.
Oh no.
Bye-bye!
Bye.
I'm dying. Okay. Up to the chambers.
Up to the bedroom.
Yeah, here we are.
I'm gonna close the door behind us, and then I am going to cast silence outside of the room, like directly outside the door.
Kill me.
And then I'm gonna turn and look back at Surin and be like, yeah, I heard everything.
Oh no.
I obviously was going to the
Oh no.
Oh no, your audio's cutting out.
I was no.
I want to
During
hear
this-
this
Hey,
crystal clear.
leave the video call on your laptop and join on your phone.
Okay.
During this
Wait,
brief
Saren is a monster. Saren is a true monster, but Kat feels so much guilt over this fictional relationship. Like, my real heart hurts a lot.
Oh.
During this brief interlude, No will go get dressed.
Okay.
Sorry about my tech issues.
It's okay.
God. What did you hear?
All I heard was that you heard everything.
I heard everything. I definitely was eavesdropping. Gonna admit to that, because I'm not a liar. But Saren, I don't care. And I'm gonna walk forward, and I'm gonna take your hands in mine, and I'm just gonna go. I love your energy, and I love that you want to be freed, and I don't want to trap you down. But I do want to prove to you that we work. We are beautiful together. So if I have to go on this adventure to do it, I want to work with you. So if you'll have me, I would love to come along. And, if at the end of it, you still feel this way, then we won't get married. But I have not spent all this time crossing oceans for you, my little fish, to turn around now. I just keep remembering what you said to me that one night, and you were like, I am so happy to be with you. And we looked into our eyes for the first time, and I've never felt more connected to another person before.
I cannot promise you anything, but I will not fake my death.
I would appreciate that. That would be very
Mm-hmm.
worrying for me.
Yep. Yes. I just mean, that is to say, usually I'm much better. As you know, I'm much better with my words in this. But, come on the adventure. Come with us. You can't take all of this luggage, though. Do not take all of this. And you have to fight. I cannot be trying to protect you the whole time. But, yeah. Alright.
Okay.
Come with us.
If you're really comfortable, I promise I won't bring everything, and I can fight, just maybe not the same way you do.
Well, nobody can. I've only become more strong since you have seen me.
I really can't wait to see you in action.
Alright, we will have another discussion at the adventure's end.
Yeah, I'm excited to get to know your friends more and just spend time with you.
Alright.
Very well. Did anybody get caught in the silence spell, by the way? Because if you did, you're deaf for 10 minutes.
No, I was getting
Good,
threats.
motherfuckers.
Great.
All right. So,
Okay.
with that, you guys can make any preparations you want to make.
Holy
And
shit.
we'll say that come the next
I
morning.
have Dakota muted.
Oh, nice.
What?
She has me muted.
I have Dakota muted on my phone because we're normally next to each other. And so I can't hear it. I don't know
We'll
how
say
to
that you
unmute
guys
it.
take whatever preparations you need to make over the course of the day, and that come the next morning at the crack of dawn, you guys leave for the sunken temple to the north of Apalas, taking the path that Garm has laid out for you.
What is the sunken? Is that the tower?
That's the submerged altar on the region map. To the north of Mirren Ward.
Oh. Okay. Everyone's been talking about it all day. I'm just like, I have no idea what we're talking about.
It's the thing
Well,
that
Canonically, is just lost. He's just
I
following.
hope you all be safe on this trip. Charlotte, make sure you keep an eye out on Saren. Leaving that responsibility up to you. I'll keep Eamon and any others interested in collecting their taxes at bay for a bit. Give you all a little bit more time to figure things out.
Were we going to stop at the guild hall?
I think we should.
to collect a young man.
We should see if there's anyone able-bodied and willing to come along.
Cool. Can I also do a quick thing? Before we leave, I do pull Garm aside, and I'm like, "Hey, so it feels weird that you're not coming with us, and I begrudgingly admits that I am going to miss you, my friend. So if we don't come back because we're all dead, or if something goes wrong here and you need help and we're not there in time, or you find yourself falling into debt, like if you need some money, don't tell anybody this. In the backyard, to the left of the tree, you will see a patch of grass that is not very grown in. About 3.5 feet down, underneath a dead fish, is a chest. It has 250 gold in it. So if you need it, it is right there for you.
Thank God you put the dead fish halfway down.
Right.
There's dogs.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Should a situation arise that I need an extra 250 gold.
And
Sure.
once we come back, I will be relocating it. So don't hold on to that information. So anyway, it's just my way of saying I'm going to miss you, my friends. I care for you very much.
I put my hands on her shoulders and I say, "Take care of yourself, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happens between you and Sadaka and any other divine being, make sure that you are honest with, right?"
Yeah. I'll keep you updated too. I'll tell you all of the things that happen.
Nice.
Maybe Sadaka will give me maybe she'll be a little nicer to me.
May the Mother of Feasts guide your steps. Woodstone, Bloodbone, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Just stay safe, okay?
Yeah. Thank you, my friend. And then I scamper back up to the group, and I do walk with Charlotte. I try to be a normal person about it, which is a big deal for Saren.
And Reggie.
I know. I'm impressed.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. Here's my thing, though, Asariel. Now we're down a fucking horse. We need another one.
Don't call Garm a horse.
Okay, not. Oh wait, no, we lost Garm. Never mind, we're fine.
You can take plates.
Sorry, I thought we went up one person.
You
but
can
we didn't
take
go down.
plates.
We'll get it sorted.
And you have a wagon as well, which carries
You can
enough people.
you can take plates.
I usually hop in the wagon.
And we can
Wait.
take plates.
Me too.
He pulls the
Yeah,
wagon.
let's stop by the guild hall.
Oh right, I thought you were
Get out of
talking about the dishware, like bringing actual plates.
No,
No,
No plates.
because they have
animal.
the across the back.
my Stegosaurus is named
Good names for
plate.
freaking
I forgot about
chocobos.
All right. You guys make your way over to the guild hall, where you see a bunch of the guild officials have still been like moving in. A lot of like the craftsmen. It does seem like a adventurers, mercenaries group of some sort has set up. They seem like they're putting up like a little bounty board and everything for villagers to come and put monsters and locations to hunt on it. As you're looking around for people, why don't I have everyone go ahead and make a charisma investigation roll to find someone to join your crew.
Well, don't rely on me.
Holy shit, that's gonna be better than my
Hold
normal
on.
investigation.
One second. I'm gonna message you, Dakota.
Okay.
14. I've not rolled very much this game, but I've been rolling pretty fucking low.
19.
Wait,
I don't know what that's about.
is
Uh,
it investigation or charisma?
Investigation proficiency, but you're gonna use charisma for it.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool.
So you'll add +4 to your charisma modifier.
Yeah.
Assuming you are the same level as us.
Correct. Awesome.
26.
26 for Charlotte. Nice. Asariel.
6.
6. Reggie.
15.
15. No.
19.
Saren.
Ooh, nice.
14.
14. Nice. So you guys start inquiring, but Charlotte is actually the one that has known these people coming in for the longest amount of time. And she starts dropping around hints some of the people that she met and talked to about who would be willing to like move out on super short notice. And eventually the mercenaries guide you towards one character in particular. Keaton, would you like to describe this person?
I love this.
So
New face.
sort of scampering around the ground, you see a like 3-foot-ish tall halfling gentleman. He's pretty finely dressed, but it's very like adventure-y stuff. You know, he's got like a nice vest on and like a nice shirt, but it's all rolled up, and you can see that his right arm is actually like a mechanical, like almost robot arm, and he's got this sort of steampunkish looking backpack with like a couple, like it looks like little spider, like mechanical spiders attached to the back. He's got real big like bottle glasses, and he's got messy dark hair. And he starts to walk up to you all, and he extends a hand. It's a pleasure to meet you all. You can call me Theobald. And as he says this, he gets shoved off to the side, and about Saren's height, like 5'2" or so, lithe gentleman steps forward. He has ashen pale blonde hair pulled back. He's dressed in sort of a mishmash of armor, like someone who's probably not worn armor before, or at least for a very long time. Across his chest, he has a bandolier of daggers and a short shoulder cape. And across his back, he has a very wicked-looking black sword, and sort of flipped up on the side of his head, a ghastly silver mask.
The fuck?
Do I recognize this man?
You do.
What the shit is he doing here?
I hear that you're looking for a compatriot. I'd be interested in joining you.
Keaton, you lied to me.
Actually, we were gonna go with the little guy.
Yeah, no, that guy looks cool. He's got a robot arm.
We want the little guy.
It's got to be a party vote.
No,
The little guy. Absolutely.
no. I'm down for this.
We are looking for a compatriot. What's your name? What are your qualifications?
Did I get his name?
Seem a bit.
No, I don't
delicate.
think you did.
What's is there like a this is really stupid. Is there like a target board or anything around here?
Yeah, I would say so. There's probably a couple like hay bales that are going to be used for like an archery range, but are just sat in like a corner of the building at the moment.
He's going to just walk slowly over towards the range, basically. He's going to pull out 3 daggers from the bandolier, and as he pulls them out, you can see that they're like almost like ghostly looking, like they're like transparent, like energy, and kind of wisp off some energy, and he throws them up, and he kind of does he kind of juggles them for about a couple seconds before he throws them up, and catches them one at a time, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Throws them all, and then does a nice little flourish spin and fires 2 Eldritch Blasts into the same spot where the daggers hit.
Does it spell your name where you hit the thing?
It does not spell your name.
Like, how many letters can be made with 5 strokes?
Yeah, with 5 strikes.
Reggie, why do I feel like I'm being replaced?
It's Z for Zoro.
I agree. No doubt impressive. I'm still waiting on a name. I don't recognize this person, right?
No, I think I'm the only person that should.
No is the only person that has met him before.
Seems like a guy who's like good buddies with a bunch of gods.
Not anymore.
You can call me
Make me cry.
the Spectre.
That's like your wrestling name or something?
It's your luchador name.
Luchasaur.
El Spectre.
I don't know, you guys. He looks a little like that was some good knife play, I guess. But it is it's going to be a hard road over there. Do you think you are up to it? You seem a little delicate.
He pulls the mask down, and as he does, his face changes, and his whole body shifts, and looks like Saren, and says, "Well, I'm not so sure, my friends. Do you think he is capable of these kinds of feats?"
That actually gives me a lot of ideas.
That's funny. I like that. Can we actually see what the little guy can do really quick? I want to test it.
We're auditioning everyone in the guild hall.
Nah.
You made him so interesting just to shove him to the side. I want to know what he can do.
Just to be really quick and gross. Just to be quick and gross, I'm gonna make eye contact with Charlotte and do like one of these at the other Saren, like. What? Okay.
I think we should let the Saren impersonator join us.
He kind of like does a theater scene thing, and he does that, and as he does so, he turns into No, and says, "I like him. I think he's got a good idea, that one over there."
I am much more uncomfortable with this now.
Do me.
And he grows a foot. He's still probably a little bit shorter than Reggie is. But
it's like 0.95 garms.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you. I was confused.
Oh, I think my skills are pretty impressive.
Okay, well, bit aggressive, but fine.
I'm good.
Yeah, I was kind of with Serial in that boat. I didn't need the continued demonstration. Anyway, Do we hire? How does this work?
Yeah, how
I
does
didn't-
this work?
I didn't build this building.
I did.
Do we pay them?
What are
My-
you, what are you seeking for compensation?
My services come free of charge.
I don't buy
That's
it.
suspicious, my
Nothing's
friend.
free.
Yeah, why would you do that? Like, what is the point of you coming with us then? You don't even really know where we are going.
Well, you're an adventurers guild, looking to hire someone. Chances are, in a location such as this, you're looking to explore any of the numerous ruins. I am seeking information about these ruins. Rather, what secrets they might hold within. So,
All right.
if you are indeed searching one of these ruins, then it is in my benefit to assist you.
Well, group. I don't trust this person, but I like not paying him.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, Saren.
Mm.
We never introduced ourselves. I guess we're kind of famous around here, aren't we?
Mm.
Oh, most certainly, Reginald.
Oh, yeah, I got that one coming.
Maybe he'll like mix up a couple of people. Which one is that? And I point at no. Which one is he?
I don't want him to say any name that he might know for me.
He looks
game.
uncomfortable. I'd hate to make him more uncomfortable.
All right. His name's no.
Actually, I gotta admit, I'm intrigued. What name do you know me? What name do you know me by, Spectre?
Ooh.
I believe you arrived at this location bearing a different name, but my contact here has told me that you now choose to go by Asari.
Your contact.
I'm so sorry. I've neglected, you, pointing at Charlotte. You I don't know.
Hello, my name is Charlotte. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Your demeanor and your equipment shows us of similar skill set.
Oh, a
Look,
fellow
Female.
bard.
Yes.
Yeah. I give you the secret bard school handshake.
Yeah, pulling out instruments and going.
Power chords.
But with a harp.
Man, I wonder what they mean by that. That's so cool.
Mr. The Spectre, do you have... This is a very irrelevant question. Do you have, guitar strings?
I'm certain I could procure an extra set of strings, though I'm not skilled at playing the guitar myself. Similar instrument, but not.
No worries, I am. A guitar string broke a long time ago, and you have your,
A no plays guitar.
No, we
You
fixed
two play harp.
No, when the forge got first fixed, we made you some new
I
strings
think
out
we
of
fixed it.
I didn't think we did. I thought
I melted down those copper coins I took from you into strings.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
never
we fixed
mind.
it.
Never mind, Mr. The Spectre. Well, I go grab my guitar. Fuck off with this, Paul. I'm bringing my guitar with.
Cool.
I'm fine with the Spectre joining us. Can we maybe call you like Spectre instead of the Spectre? Because that's a little bit of a mouthful.
Or a name.
Oh, Spec or Terry?
Harry.
Not
Like-
Terry.
I like
Terry?
that.
That's copywritten. Don't say that.
Or
So you
Trey.
can't.
Let's call you Trey.
Sure.
Like TRE.
Call him Chad.
Call him Nightmare.
Call him
I like that
Batman.
one. That one's got a nice dramatic flair to it.
We'll work on it. We'll brainstorm as we go.
You're a bit.
We'll
You're a
just call him
bit.
different things the whole time.
You're a bit austere as well. We could call you like. I don't
Austy.
know, Oust. Yeah, Austy. Ost.
Yeah. I like that.
My patron often refers to me as Ghost. That's what you prefer.
Oh,
I had
I
a
know
dog
his name is
called
Dog. Name's Go-
Asariel is growing more and more self-conscious about his own aesthetic the longer this goes on.
Like looking in a mirror.
It's like maybe I should like try greens.
He speaks to Spectre speaks to Asariel in Elvish. You seem uncomfortable. Is there something I can do to ease your mind?
Probably
I
not.
also, in Elvish, go, we could play him a song.
No,
Very good.
no, no. I am fine. Well,
I pull out some like maracas. I'm like, are you sure? Because these maracas are the story of a kenku that
don't harass the old man.
no, and then I put them away.
Who are you calling an old man?
Oh,
You? No. You don't look a day over 2,000.
With a couple more tense negotiations out of the way, you guys
Yeah,
eventually managed to put aside any sort of reservations you have for the time being, enough to at least bring this person on your adventure with you. And you rest up for the rest of the day. Asario?
assuming that the rest of the party's gonna leave the guild hall, like before we do, he's like just like Asariel looks to make sure like Reggie's gone or something. He looks at the archery board and just like quickly fires 2 arrows where through daggers is like
Who? What?
it's like yeah I show you. And he immediately tries to catch up with Charlotte. He goes, Charlotte, can I ask you a quick question?
By all means.
And like thinking of the spectre, goes, present situations has made me very aware that appearances matter, and sometimes there is something to be said about those who can make an entrance. I'm used to like the more. Could you help me Could you help me with a new attire? Something a little more fashion forward.
I would love to.
Just nothing too
Overlord,
tacky, please.
The next time we get to a tailor or somewhere where I can buy some fabric, your ass is mine.
I am trepidatious, but I appreciate it.
Additionally, seeing our new friend, I think it'd be fun if just because appearances do matter and someone can maybe so easily morph into my appearance or your appearance, I think it'd be fun if we could have like a code word to check if it's really each other.
I actually like that.
My word. Gooseberry.
Okay, my word is Riverstone.
I'll take it to the grave.
Anyway, as you guys continue about your day, you make preparations to leave on the morrow. And at the crack of dawn, you begin leaving town to head towards the sunken temple.
Onward.
And that is where we're going to wrap things up for today.
Hey!
Thank you so much for joining us, Leah.
Hey.
Welcome Charlotte to the table.
Charlotte.
Oh my gosh.
That's great. That's great.
Very fun. And welcome back the Silver Spectre back to the
Oh
table.
my
Oh my
god.
god. You son of a bitch.
Somewhere Dismas is crying.
I'm like, you know what? Keaton's been like raving about freaking Theobald for the past
He's there.
few
He's real.
days.
He's made.
I'm-
Oh no, it was a
Yeah.
total deception.
For only
Red-
cat.
For
No,
only
yeah,
cat.
exactly. Yeah.
Only on me.
So
Cool.
we are gonna go ahead and pick this up next week as the party heads out to a long overdue date with Seneca at the Sunken Temple. And
Oh my god.
in the
Sarah's heavy.
meantime, if you can't wait until Sunday, the day before, we're going to be running a side adventure called Shadowrun Savant Code.
Ooh.
Which is going to be very fun. It's going to be like a cyberpunk fantasy heist thing. We've got a crew of some new players in there, including Leah as well, who's going to be joining us for that as well as some other voice actor friends and other friends from the RPG community. So tune into that too. Same time, 9 a.m. Pacific time, and then the next day we'll be playing D&D as well, 9 a.m. Pacific. We'll see you there. Have a good time, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Remember to give us
Goodbye.
your prime subsidies.
Give Morrowind and sub to Dungeons and Dakota.
Give
Yep.
us your